Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Game 4 of Round 1 for the PS4 EU League. Today's game we will be seeing Team Mitsu versus Ice Cold eSports. Team Mitsu, formerly known as Rebel Nation Shadow. Let's get the chat nice and full before the game kicks off around 7 o'clock. I will be getting the custom game all set up and running through some statistics so far from the league for all your enjoyment. Got some interesting ones in there, but sadly not too much at the moment. We're only in the first week of games, but we will get more stats for you as the weeks progress. Probably some funny ones as well. Anyway, let's get some more people in chat. And of course, get some Pogmats in chat. For all of you that have watched the EU Major, I think Pogmats are definitely required. Will we see any today? Who knows? Only time will tell. Going to custom game now, and we'll be inviting the rest of the teams to join around 7 o'clock. For now, like I say, let's get plenty of people into the Twitch chat. Share it around as much as you can. Share the link, all your friends and family. I know you're watching Chanka, and if you are, get it sent out on IG. You know you want to. When we've got a few more people in, I'll start everything up good and proper. There we go, everything's all set up now. So it's just you, me, while we wait for the teams to join in. Who have we got in chat then so far? Everybody that's in chat, come on, drop us a little Pogmat. Start how we mean to go on. Who's ready to join in? So far, looks like we've got 2 viewers in. Hello to you both. Not sure exactly who it is. Still haven't figured out this entire Twitch streaming malarkey, so give me a bit of time, give me a bit of patience, especially when we're actually in-game and we're going through some of the spectator cams. I can be a little bit rusty, but we'll get there together. Hopefully the message has gone out on the Discord and we'll get a few more people joining in soon enough. Get everybody in ready before the game. Hello Callum, hello Chanka, I see you guys over there in chat. How are you both doing? Are we ready for game 1 of round 1 of the PS4, PS5 EU League? I was about to say Pro League, but we won't go that far just yet. How are we all doing today, lads? And Chanka, if you didn't hear, if you could do a shout out on your IG, that'd be beautiful. Yes, we've got Chag in chat. He's got the Pog, but does he have the Pogmat? Give me the Pogmat, Chag. Come on, you know you want to. Let's go, let's go. So, for those that aren't aware, today's game is going to be played against Team Mitsu, previously known as Rebel Nation Shadow, versus Ice Cold eSports. The 2 maps that we will be playing today is first up we have Oregon, and the second map today will be Cafe. The league follows a best of 2 format, so we'll see both teams face off on these maps, and the winner, well, if one team wins both, then they will go through with the full amount of 3 points. If we get one team winning one map and the other winning the other, then each team will come out with a draw and they'll be awarded 1 point each in the league standings. And for the losing team, unfortunately, no points for you, you'll sit at the bottom. Sweet. Chanka, I really didn't want to know that, and I'm not going to say it in actually over my stream, but for those in chat, yeah, just don't interact with Chanka today. Stay well clear. Stay well clear. Game should kick off somewhere between 7 and 10 past. I'll be sending the invites at about 7 o'clock. Wanted to get the stream going nice and early to get people in. Let me know what your predictions are in the chat. For those of you that are in the Discord, there is also a predictions channel. Go drop a few, go drop your predictions over in there, and we'll see whether they ring true or not. I certainly know Chag has just placed his opinion in there, but we'll see what happens by the end of the game. See who comes out on top. Whether any team comes out on top, you never know. It might be a done deal, and it might be nice and split down the middle. Then again, it could be a cakewalk. We've certainly seen our fair share of both so far this league. So we'll be finding out if we can see any more interesting games like that. Can I also get a sound check from anyone in chat? How are we looking on sound? All good? All bad? How are we looking? This is my first time streaming slash casting, Callum. You're correct. How could you tell? I'll be a little bit rusty with some things, but I'll do my best, and hopefully you guys will all be entertained. And we'll catch most of the action as best we can. That's the main goal of all of this, and it's a bit of a fun league. Sound annoying. Thank you, Chag. I'm guessing that's just because it's my voice and I'm talking. Thank you very much, Callum. Cheers for the praise. Yes, Chag, I know, it's just me. It's just me. By the way, I'll interact with all you guys in chat as best I can while the stream is actually, while we're prepping for everything. But once we actually get into game, I'll just be focusing on that. I've got far too many things to be trying to micromanage at this point with answering chat. Hopefully we'll get a couple of mods in there though to be able to chat with you guys, a couple of administrators from the Discord. So if you've got any questions, pop it in the chat and hopefully someone will be able to provide you the answer to it. If not, just save it till afterwards and we'll do a few little... we'll do a bit of talking afterwards as well for those that are interested. But to give you all a quick little rundown of what's happened so far in the league. So this is the very first week of the league starting. We've seen 3 games so far, so 6 teams facing it off. The first game we saw was Paradox versus Counteract on Tuesday. This was an incredibly close game that myself and some of my colleagues actually played in. The first map went to the full overtime. We're following the best of 2 face it rules, by the way, and it was on Oregon, so the scoreline was 8-9 to Counteract. They managed to clinch it out on that one, but my god was it a close game. Some brilliant plays and all that, very fun to watch and even more fun to play. Brilliant job. Overall, Counteract came out on top at the end of that best of 2 series by winning Clubhouse 7-4. So they currently sit with one of the main wins in the league. They were top of the league for Tuesday anyway. On Tuesday as well, we also saw another game. This was Tempo versus Zodiac. This was a more even affair, with Tempo taking Oregon 7-1 and Zodiac fighting back on Clubhouse to win that 7-1. So 2 identical scorelines, but to completely opposite teams. So they come out with a draw. It means each of those teams is on 1 point. Meanwhile, Paradox is on 0 and Counteract on 3. Finally, yesterday we saw RZP versus Team Lethal facing off on Cafe and Villa. RZP walked away with the win on both maps, a 7-0 and a 7-1. It was an interesting game to watch. RZP certainly had the better of Team Lethal, but I'm hoping to see Team Lethal grow and mature throughout this league, and by the end of it, hopefully bring the fight to RZP. So that's the quick rundown of the scores on the doors so far. If you guys want to find out some more, hopefully I'll provide some updates further on in the stream, but for now, we can go with that. Anyway, let's have a quick catch up with chat, and then I'll start inviting people into the game ready for it to start. There you go. Oh dear me, don't even want to go anywhere near chat. Anyway, we've got 7 people in here now. Let's see if we can get some more. Janka's put out a post on his IG. Hopefully that gets a few people in, and let's get some more people in from the rest of the Discord. Let's go. Perfect. I'm about to send invites out now, so if I go a little bit quiet for a second, that is why, but I'll be back with you soon enough. invites been sent out to the teams now. Hopefully we can get them all in nice and quick. I'm also just going to quickly go pop myself across the party chat so that I don't get disturbed by anybody coming into game, so bear with me 1 second. There we are, we're all in. I'm all in party chat and ready to go. There we are, let's just get both teams in. So, as I may have mentioned already, the first map we are starting on today is Oregon with RNS, also known as Team Mutsu, starting on attack, and Ice Cold eSports on defense. We'll wait while we just get all the team members in, and once everybody's readied up, we'll get into the game and get to see some, hopefully, very good Siege. Fingers crossed this team is quite closely matched, so we get a few rounds out of this. Hopefully it doesn't go on too long though, because I will probably need to use the bathroom at some point. So we'll just have to see how it goes. Perfect. So while we're waiting for a few other people to join in, got a couple more viewers, which is absolutely beautiful. Just waiting for everybody to join in. There we go. So just while we wait for everybody to get loaded up and getting ready to go, I will just go through a few interesting stats that we might want to throw out there. Some people might be a little bit upset by some of the stats I'm about to read off, but I'm sure they'll take it in good humour. So far, we have the highest kill game goes to Callum 07. He had 17 kills in the 7-1 win with, what team was it again? RZP versus Team Lethal on Villa. He went absolutely frag mad on that map and now sits at the top of the league with the highest kill game. Meanwhile, I think we have a couple of people sat on 0 kills, so unfortunately we have both ends of the spectrum, but hopefully as the season progresses on, everybody will be able to net several kills and we can get some decent stats out to you guys. I think one of the most interesting statistics that I want to be reading out is that of most suicides of all time, which is currently awarded to Weesty Bins 44. Let's go Weesty! For the C4 kill on Oregon, you managed to kill yourself. Congrats, mate. Congrats. Big up Weesty. There we are. Oh, I'm getting asked if people want to see what rank everybody is. Plat 2 for X-Saint. Plat 2 for Mitsu. We have a Plat 2 for Robbie. Plat 2 for KR. Some of these names are really difficult. I don't know what I'm going to be calling people. We're just going to have to see. I'm Connor, Plat 3. Looks like we've got a full Plat squad. Oh, Vidix is Gold 1 currently. 2 Kings. Just from looking at these team ranks, I'm saying this is going to be a close game. What do you guys think? Pop your predictions out there in the chat, and also if you're on the Discord, go drop them over in the predictions channel. If you need a link to that, just ask one of the admins and they'll pass it to you. Should be quite easy to find though. Everybody's in the lobby now, so I think we'll be getting ready to go. Just keeping an eye on my chat. Yes, Chag. Everybody's an average silver. That is correct. Good evening, everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. For those of you that are just joining, today's game, or 2 games should I say, it's a best of 2, is Team Mutsu, who are currently Team Blue, formerly Rebel Nation Shadow, versus Orange Team, which are the Ice Cold eSports. First map they're playing today is Oregon, with RNS on attack and Ice on defense in overtime as well. Let me just double check that I've got everything set up on my match options. Yep, they wanted the... Ice wanted OT defense. Perfect. Got that all set up and ready to go. As soon as I get the go-ahead in my chat from the members of the squad, then we'll be ready to go. So I wasn't talking for a second there. It's quite difficult to type and talk at the same time. I'd mess one of them up. Thank you, Franco. Thank you. Thank you. I'm assuming that's Franco anyway. Apologies if it isn't. I hope I'm considered the best caster, but then again, there's been some pretty good casts so far. I've enjoyed watching all of them. So, we'll get ready to go. Gonna get the TK record. Yes, Chanka, that's certainly something to aim for. Definitely something to aim for. Ah, hello Franco. Yes, it is you. Good to see you. Good to see you. How many we got? We've got 14 viewers, everybody. Let's go. Let's see if we can get a few more. Invite some of your friends if they're interested in anything Siege related. This might be a very good basic level to go. Anyway, all the teams have readied up. I think we're ready to go. Let's dive into the first game. Oregon. Let's go. Here we are, starting the first game on Oregon, a map that most people who have played Siege know quite well, so I'm sure a lot of you will recognise some of the strats that both teams are running in this game. But hopefully they might throw us a few curveballs in there, something I haven't seen before, and maybe that might be the edge that they need to clinch this victory. Anyway, first ban coming out from Orange team, which is Ice Cold eSports. Getting the Thatcher ban off the board. That is a very standard ban at the moment in the current ranked scene, and so far this season we have seen a total of 5 Thatcher bans, including this one here in today's game. For the second ban, this one coming from RNS or Team Mutsi. I still don't know which one to call them. They changed their name 2 hours before the game started. Who knows? They're getting rid of the Jackal. If they're playing against Team Paradox, we might know that that is a direct ban against Rainbow Six Chanka because he destroyed Counteract on some of their defences when he played Jackal. However, today they're just wanting to probably crack down on that roam, make sure that they can get a bit more map control, and hopefully that is what means they can get into sight, get that plant down, or just frag out. We'll wait and see. Anyway, next up we've got a defensive ban of Cade. This leaves only Mute and Bandit for wall denial, or they could do some sort of impact tricking. Let's see how they use that, but it's certainly going to mean the downstairs site is a little bit harder to defend, since that Cade is normally used on the hatch, where it's nearly impossible to get it off. So we'll see what happens on the downstairs site. And the final ban for the defensive side coming from Ice Cold is for Malusi. Pretty standard ban at the moment. Nobody likes her vibe alarms. So let's get them off the board. Right, here we go. Let's see what all the teams are bringing out for the first round of game 1 of this 2-game series. There we go. Let's see if there's any 6 picks being used. It's got a pretty standard defense for Kids Dorms coming out the top there. They've got Mute and Bandit for the wall denial, so plenty of wall denial there. And the opposing team is bringing the IQ and the Ashen Zoff to hopefully get rid of some of that utility, but also that wall denial. As some of us may know, you can go into Schoolroom on the floor below, where you can use Zoff or Ash or nades, in fact, to take out any of the wall denial on the main bedroom wall. And here we go, and this is why I've got to remember how to actually control this thing. So wish me all luck. I'm Connor on the Mute, setting up some easy drones, getting a nice pick on the first drone there. Drone utility might be something that we see a lot of in this game, but who knows. Got Legion setting up some rotates in sight. It's going to be interesting to see exactly how they set up, where they're going to have rotates, where they're going to place their wall denial. But we'll see all of that nice and shortly.
10 seconds left before insertion.
So we've got one main rotate from Kid's bedroom into Silverbunk. Got the Jaeger set up, somebody's likely going to be playing behind there, but they've also opened up the floor to counter that default plant spot. Well, let's see where everybody's been set up. We've got a couple spawning at main front. We've got Zoff, Ash and IQ all sticking together. But as well as that, we've also got the Twitch and the Ace pushing from Big Tower. Looks like they're going to try and get that attic wall open nice and early and put some pressure from attic into sight, but we'll see what happens there. Zoff going in. This is the spot I was talking about earlier, shooting underneath the floor to get rid of any of the denial off there. Let's see whether she managed to get it now. Yes, she managed to get one of the bandits off the wall, as you can see, with that impact. So they're able to get that wall if they actually manage to push in. So far, no picks have been taken on either side, but we'll see whether there's any coming out soon enough. Ash is below. Pushing into Kid, applying a bit of pressure there. Ace is still in Big Tower. Oh, and we see the first death coming down to the Legion. Where did he quite get that? I think that may have been on Games Repel. Applying a bit of pressure there. Let's see if they can get another pick. So this is Ice Cold eSports getting the first pick on the board in round 1. Got IQ who's pushed into Trophy here. She's applying a bit of pressure from Trophy Room. Holding the angle there. Let's see if anybody crosses from attic. Does she see the laser sight on the right hand wall? If she does, that might give her an idea that someone's holding her tight left as she pushes in. But we'll wait and see on that one. We've got Connor in attic. Have they got the attic wall open? Let's go have a look at Ace. Oh, he's moved around, but have they managed to get it open? Yes, they have. Ace opened the wall, and the Twitch and the Zoff has rotated to apply pressure through the attic wall. As you can see, the Legion playing there nice and close. A little bit of a trade there. No damage done to either side. Smoke's managed to take a little bit damage. He's playing on the little window. Possibly being shot from Trophy, but let's see what happens here. And one drops to the mute. Pushed in attic a little bit too far. It's looking like RNS need to find their feet a little bit here to get a bit further here. And the Ash is taken out from below. I think that was from that kill hole through the floor on the bandit. No, the Legion, my bad. And there we go, and we've got the Legion swing here, gets the Ace Axe diffuser downed in the closet. And it's now left in a 1v4 situation. Can Sindens get this clutch? It's a very difficult position, but he's pushed up into attic. Do they know he's quite this far up? I don't know yet. We've got Jaeger playing on the head glitch. As soon as Sindens drops off that attic, the Jaeger might be able to get him. It's a very difficult gunfight to win. Will he be able to do it? He's gone for a rotate out, but he's decided to come back in. He's got 20 seconds left on the board, pre-firing a couple of corners. The Jaeger's moved off head glitch, but he's still holding the attic rotate. He sees the toes of the Zoff, doesn't manage to land any shots, and the Zoff is downed! Can she pick herself up to get this? No, she can't, and Vidic secures it with a shotgun. Well played. First round goes to Ice Cold eSports. Very well played there. They managed to get the occasional picks off, didn't waste too much time, didn't take much damage themselves. Every gunfight they went into, they came away and they won it. Very well played. Let's see if Team Mitsu can bring something different to the table this time to change up their attack, to hopefully get a little bit more into sight, to allow them to get those picks onto Ice Cold that allows them to get the win for this round. See lots of stuff going off in chat. I would like to talk to you guys, however, with commentating over all of this, far too much to concentrate on. Hopefully we can get some duo streams running in the future, so there's a little less pressure on myself, but we'll see what happens moving on. So, similar setup being bought by Team Mitsu this time around to go against the downstairs site. We have Twitch, but this time we've got Nomad and Ayana though, instead of the Zoff. Let's see what setup they do here. They bought the mirror, watching one into laundry. Let's see what else they've got. Wonder where she's going to put that second mirror. Second mirror is going to be looking into two pretty standard mirror setups. I don't personally normally use the one looking into freezer, but let's see how this works out for Ice Cold. Doesn't look like anybody's playing elbow yet, but they've certainly left the wall unreinforced to possibly set up a smoke in there, should they wish to. Nope, they're reinforcing it. They're not doing a deep hold into blue bunker. Looks like a pretty standard setup here for Team Mitsu, or also formerly known as RNS, Rebel Nation Shadow. got a bit of drone work going in here while we've got the Ash preparing in blue to get in. One of the mirror windows has already been popped. This is the benefit of bringing that Twitch drone with them. Nobody was watching the mirror in box, so they've been able to get that open. That gives them a little... Hopefully this works in their favour and no one swings it when nobody's paying attention. Otherwise, that could be a really easy pick for Ice Cold on this one. You see Legion playing pillar there, gets slightly tagged by the Twitch and fully cleared up by the Ash who was holding the angle through that pop mirror. That pop mirror came in crucial to that pick there. They're now taken up into the pillar control, and as you can see they're all pushing down the back stairs. They've got a lot of control over here. Excuse me. They've got their Ana drone going into... Goodness me. Check where the mirror is playing. She now knows it's Iana, but they've gathered a lot of pillars control here. Can RNS push the advantage here and keep Team Lethal from getting back this control? Can they get the ace in there to bring the plant down? The ace has opened up the wall. Is he in the best position though to go in and get the plant? I don't know. They're applying the pressure. Ash rushes in, gets the kill onto the mirror in small box. Ace is now going for the plant. Ash is holding the rotate. They've also got long haul called. And Nomad pushes in to kill. Final one in, stuck in freezer. It's the bandit. He's being naded off, takes a little bit of damage, but he's being swung by almost every member of the team at this point. And finally, Twitch finishes him off. That is a flawless round from RNS. What a way to answer that first round from Ice Cold. Well played there by Team Mitsu, formerly known as RNS. I don't know which one to call them, guys. I don't know which one to call them. What we saw there was very methodical. They got that mirror window open. They pushed down rear stage stairs, got that pillar control nice and early. There wasn't enough people playing it from Ice Cold. And from there, they just slowly moved it that little bit further into sight, got the picks that they needed, got the plant down, and here we are. Flawless round, and it's currently sat at 1-1. Ice Cold eSports going down to Laundry Room from the second time, hoping they can hold it a little better this time. But instead of bringing the mirror, they've instead bought the Valkyrie on this one. I believe every other operator remains the same, but we'll see on that one in the stats afterwards. Team Mitsu played yesterday. Bring a very similar setup, and hopefully it works just as well for them this time. But we'll see. See Legion putting some goo mines on white freezer stairs, also setting up on the hatch. Got Bandit putting up some reinforcements in box and electrical room. This time without the mirror, they're applying a few more reinforcements in this area to make sure that there's not an opening into sight. Getting a freezer reinforcement as well, and smoke's going to hopefully open up some headholes. There we go. It's going to be interesting to see how Team Mitsu decide to push this one this time. Are they going to go for exactly the same push through bunker, or are they going somewhere else? So as we can see, the majority of Team Mitsu have spawned over bunker. They're going to try the same thing again, and let's see if it's as productive as it was last time. Twitch is already deep in elbow. I feel like Ice Cold is letting RNS get far too much map control right at the very beginning here. Got the ace contesting it. Do they have the... They have not de-electrified the wall. They haven't managed to get the bandits off it. But I'm Connor gets a prone Twitch on the floor. That's a beautiful pick for I'm Connor. Let's hope they can keep the numbers in their favour. You can see here that Vidix has rotated his shield to hold that pillar's position from freezer. It allows him to play a bit further out into the long corridor, and unless they can get some sort of utility to get him off of this could be a really pivotal angle for him to play. He can watch that pillar so they can't get too much control of it. Gives him a really good position to play from. And also get those smoke canisters over into default plant slot. Valkyrie there gets a nice little pick. Oh, but the smoke player got killed. Where did he get killed from? I can't even see where that Ash is. Everybody's in pillar. It must have just been a cheeky angle that he got. The Ash is getting that shield off for the smoke. Valkyrie takes a bit of damage there. I'm kind of holding the angle. Legion playing up nice and close. Do they know he's there though? And they swing, and he comes away with the kill. He's left on the tiniest slither of health. Two of Ice Cold are left on the tiniest slithers of health you've ever seen. But can Team Mitsu push this advantage? Tiny bits of health means it only takes one bullet to get these people down. That could be all it takes to make this into a lot more even of a fight. Currently it's a 3v2, but we're seeing Ice Cold with slightly less health on the board, I think, overall. He's still got a very healthy Jaeger. He can be quite a dangerous operator in the right hand. Oh, he nearly gets him. And oh, what a perfect execution there from Ice Cold. Nice and quick, holding the crosses. As soon as Team Mitsu try and push into sight, all their angles are covered off, instantly taken down, round over, 2-1 to Ice Cold. God, this casting malarkey is difficult, isn't it? Bear with me while I take a sip of tea. Currently on round 4, with Ice Cold currently leading the advantage 2-1. They're going back upstairs as now Kid Storms is unlocked again for them to go to as their defending site. They had much more success on this one than they did on the basement site, so fingers crossed they can also get another win on the board here. But let's see if Team Mitsu can change it up a little bit. Maybe get that control that they did on their very first downstairs attack and actually use this to get into the top floor site. Get that plant down. Just so crucial in winning them that first round. Once again, Smoke opening that hole underneath default plant spot. I think somebody even managed to get a kill through that last time. Didn't see it though, so can't be 100% sure. Reinforcing attics. Pretty similar setup to last time. They bought both the Mute and the Bandit for this setup, so they've got plenty of wall denial. As we all know, Thatcher is banned for this game, so there is no way to easily get rid of this utility. Seems like Legion's so surprised he's got 5 kills there. He was just zoned out for a little bit. Oh, Jaeger's lagging a little bit. Hopefully you don't have a disconnect. For those that are interested, please have a look at what we've got here for the score so far. Hopefully we get a few more kills out of the 2 King. If he's been playing Ash the entire time, he hasn't been the most effective on either of these attacks, but also the Jaeger of Exan on the defensive side hasn't been the most effective. So here we see Team Mitsu pushing in. 2 on repel here outside Big Tower. Interesting. Looks like they're trying to go for that attic wall again, where we see the Mute currently playing. Don't quite know what he's doing there, but it's certainly interesting. Where are the rest of Team Mitsu pushing? Okay, so they've already got a bit of control. They've already pushed all the way into Trophy. They've got a good amount of map control here. Nomad pushes into the Armory. Ash is still playing from below, trying to get that angle onto the bandits here that played on the master bedroom wall. If they can get this, then they will hopefully be able to press the advantage and push into sight. But with the only hard breach currently on the team being Ace, I don't know if they've necessarily got enough utility to make this happen. Was that Ace baiting the jump out? I don't quite know. Managed to get the attic wall open though. Only one left section on the left hand side. Looks like they're going to leave the solo Twitch there to push it this time. Currently droning in, but hopefully later they manage to get a bit of a push. Here we see Ace rotating around. Looks like he's now going for the master bedroom wall. Has the Ash been able to get everything off it? Yes, and she's now holding a bit of a cheeky angle on the game's repel. No kills coming out so far. Bit of damage being done to the Mute, who was last seen playing attic, and a little bit done to the Twitch. Most people just holding angles at the moment. Twitch pushing up in attic though. Does she know that the Mute's in the tight left corner? Can she get this pick? She sees him and she kills him. But at the same time we get a frag from the Bandit. Trades coming off all over the place. Jaeger on head glitch. He gets the Twitch as she drops some attic. We're currently in a 3v3 with 58 seconds on the board. Everything's kicking off. I don't know which way to look. Smoke's watching that trophy. Nearly gets his head taken off by Zofia, but she can't quite land the shot as he pulls back just in the nick of time. Zofia opening that rotate. Looks like she's going around into attic. Hopefully this can be the rotate that is needed to open up a little bit more. Jaeger's still holding in the kid's bedroom though, watching into attic. His position's been droned out though. Will he continue to play it? They've got the master bedroom wall open now. Ace is playing up nice and close. He has diffuser in hand. Can he go in and get a default plant spot? He swings onto Legion playing top of white, gets the kill. It's now a 3v2. Ash is just about dodging the smoke here. She's pushing in. She's gone to default plant spot, but the Ace is the one with diffuser. Smoke comes out, but it doesn't quite get the default plant spot. Ash is covering. Zoff is Zoff gets downed by the Jaeger. Can the Jaeger swing in though? Good placement with that smoke. And here we go. Amazing smoke placement there from Vidix, won them the round, managed to get both the ace and the ash in that smoke cloud, managed to get the down and then finally the kill. Well played from Vidix there, managed to secure the round, which means it's 3-2 to Ice Cold after 4 rounds. Far too much going there on to keep my eyes out for. Well played to both teams so far, giving us a cracking game of Siege. Well executed there by Team Mitsu until the very final stages. Had a little bit too close in it there with between the Ash and the Ace, which meant that smoke canister could be so deadly because of the perfect placement by Vidix. Hopefully they don't make the same mistake twice, but we'll see what happens there. Ice Cold deciding to change up the sights here, knowing that they're downstairs. The second time round didn't fare, well, the first time round didn't fare quite as well as the second time. I also think the downstairs site basement is actually still locked off for Ice Cold because they've now won 2 rounds in a row. Bring a slightly different setup here, bring that castle that is incredibly crucial for this hold on this site. You'll see that they castle some of the windows may be open. Yep, they're opening up into showers straight away, giving plenty of room for them to move around. Opening up that site gives them a lot more space for all the operators to play. A little bit close there from the castle, nearly shotgunning his Legion in the leg. That wouldn't have been a good way to start the round. See get some reinforcements down. Smoke's already placed one of his canisters. Did he quite mean to do that? I'm not quite sure. Maybe he was trying to reinforce the wall. I think he's been told to do a rotate here. Get a rotate into security. Also gives the Romans a bit of an advantage for getting in and out of sight. Means they can apply pressure but then also fall back in and hopefully hold that site. Now where is the push going to come from Team Mitsu on this one? Let's see, couple spawn junkyard, we've got the thermite. Are they going to try and do the thermite spot in small tower? Let's see as this progresses. There's nobody playing small tower, so this is quite an easy entry for them if they can get in. And they'll place a thermite charge somewhere around here, right in the middle of the chart, and it will get, here we go, watching the thermite perfectly, it'll get the wall directly below it, even if it's bandited or caded. As you see, wall's open. I'm not sure whether this is ever vaultable, but they certainly get a good angle from the small tower stairs here that they can look into sight. They have a bit of control here. The main issue here though is that they have this smoke playing on his shield in showers. They need to get him off this shield before they can really push. And there we go, as if on cue. Beautiful grenade from the Iana there. Pushes the smoke off. No ADS to be seen. And Mutsu also gets a kill onto the Legion. Don't quite know where that happened. Iana holding the long angle here, watching all the way into kitchen. They have the dining control, but can they get in there and actually push a plant down? Since that wall isn't vaultable, I don't think they can. They've got our Saint getting a couple of kills. They've got Castle playing in the back here. Another nade coming out. There's a little bit damaged, but doesn't manage to collect the life of Castle. Jaeger got the diffuser down in the double door, and Twitch has pushed up, holding the angle in dining. Because diffuser's down though, there's slightly less chance of them getting it in. Have they managed to pick it up yet? No, they haven't. Twitch swings and the Castle manages to take it, but Ash has come in the back. Here we are on a 1v3. Can Connor clutch this up? For Ice Cold, it's a 1v1. Oh, but Tuking gets the angle on the Castle, finishes him off, puts RNS back on the board, or Team Mitsu, whichever one you want to call them, and they win round number 5, putting it to 3-2. So far, this is a really, really good game. I'm enjoying it thoroughly, although my voice might say otherwise tomorrow. Here we see Ice Cold going back downstairs where they won it for the second time. First time they lost that site control to Pillars, where Team Mitsu were able to push in and get that control and push them and get a few frags on the way in. Hopefully this time they can execute as well as they did the second time round. But will that mean that Team Mitsu push through Bunk again, or do they go for maybe a freezer main take? Only time will tell on this one. Similar setup to the first round, although this time I think the mute is being bought, the bounty is being bought in favour of the mute, being played by Connor. So far, nobody from either team really sticking out as a top player, apart from maybe Maxwas, the bandit, on the side of Ice Cold. Although he's only got 5 kills, he's also helped with 5 of the other kills that his team has managed to secure, which, knowing that they're currently winning this game on 3-2, means he's put in a good bit of work. So you've out putting a cam in a few spots here. Looks like maybe 2 have gone into freezer to watch that flank. Maybe playing a slight different shield position this time. Where will Team Mitsu push from? Looks like they're pushing from a slight different side this time. We've got at least 2 over in Junkyard, but we've also got 3 pushing main. It looks like a freezer main take from Team Mitsu. Will this one be more effective than last time? Ash is just going for it. Ash is already in. Almost collects the kill on the Jaeger, but then she gets completely fragged out from the crossfire from the Legion. Well played there from Crixie. He's currently on 6 kills. The Ash is being droned in nicely, but sadly, because there are 2 people watching the laundry side, she was able to be fragged out nice and early. Putting an ace for the hatch. Since it's soft, he only needs to use 1. If it was reinforced, he'd have to use 2. Currently holding the angle. Where exactly will RNS now push? They've got the Iana pushing slightly down Freezer stairs, which is currently left completely open. However, they do have that intel from the Valkyrie cams. Do they have anybody watching it to be able to call it out, though? Maybe a few Legion mines as well. Might be able to alert them to the fact that they've decided to maybe push into Freezer. They've certainly seen the drone now, and they've got the Legion and Bandit playing it. Will they be able to stop the push if they decide to go through? Who knows? However, we now have Twitch who's managed to make her way up into Laundry. I don't think they know she's here. Hibana's also joined her at the bottom of the stairs. Currently, I don't think nobody's really moving. Don't know if I'm lagging or what's going on. Currently, there we go, and Mitsu manages to get the kill. They now know that they're in Laundry. 2 kills come out from the side of Team Mitsu. They've now got that freezer control, and they've also got Laundry to back it up. Can they apply the pressure? No, they're currently in a 4v3. A C4 comes out from the Bandit, but he doesn't quite connect to one. Bandit now secures the Hibana kill. Can he get the kill on the one playing in freezer? He doesn't have that C4 on the board anymore, so stopping the plant is going to be slightly more difficult. The Ana manages to push in on default plant spot, which takes a bit of damage from the Bandit, but the Twitch comes in behind. She downs. Now it's a 3v1. Can Vidix clutch this up? He manages to pick one of them off. The ace is currently planting. Vidix has managed to get it before for the team in the last round. He technically clutched up. He's currently playing in freezer. He's not in the best of position because Iana holds the door. They've still got the shield on it, and he doesn't even have a vault hole. Ace is watching it all the way from rotate. He's pushing up, trying to play the Iana here. He's got 30 seconds left on the defuse, pushing in. Iana currently holding from box door. Where's the ace got to? He's still holding on the rotate in Laundry box room. He's playing it very cautiously here. He's stuck in a really difficult position. It's very hard for him to actually get out of freezer to try and get in and find the diffuser. He's running out of time, and there we go. Ace finishes it off with a perfect headshot through those head holes in freezer from the back of Laundry. And we now go to, I believe, 3-3. After 6 rounds, we see Team Mitsu swapping onto the defense, and we see Ice Cold swapping onto attack. Currently, scores on the doors 3-3. Very well played with both these teams. Both teams giving as much as they can take, winning some rounds, also losing some. No sight coming out as a favourite for either team, apart from that upstairs kids' dorms. Can Team Mitsu have as much impact as Ice Cold did holding the kids' dorms? Can they get 2 wins from this site? Are they better on the other ones? Let's go into this round. We see Crixie using the 6 pick from Sledge to the Nomad, going to be watching those rotates. Haven't seen, well, we don't really know what Team Mitsu are going to do with their own game at the moment, but we certainly saw from Ice Cold on that last round there wasn't too much on the roam. Maybe if they had a bit more on the roam, they would have been able to get a few of those early picks onto Team Mitsu. If they were able to do that, maybe the scoreline would be very different, but currently it's sat at 3-3. Well played from both teams so far. So on the side of Team Mitsu, they're deciding to bring the Ella rather than the Mute, which was favoured by Ice Cold. Let's see if she's actually got the shotgun or not. Is it an Ella shotgun? Come on, Mitsu, show us your shotgun. Keep your eye out, let's actually see if he's gone for the full shotgun on Ella. If he has, we all know how this may end for Ice Cold while they have to push into sight. But only time will tell. Nothing too special coming out from Team Mitsu on this site hold, apart from the smoke opening quite a few rotates and floor holes into the second floor bunk. We've got also the Jaeger going out on the roam from 2 Kings. Maybe he can pick up a few people, but we currently have Zoff playing on top of the van at front entrance. Once again, we see Ice Cold doing a very similar take to what we've seen from Team Mitsu. They're taking that big tower, wanting to apply plenty of pressure early on to the attic. You can see this was their plan all along. 4 drones watching that rear of attic in the big tower. Connor taking a little bit of damage there. And you see the Nomad there get a beautiful kill onto the player in attic. It was the bandit of Unk. And you still have the Juan coming out from the Valkyrie there. Doesn't connect a kill, and now Nomad's holding the angle. Will the Valk contest it? Will the Valk be able to come away with a kill on this one? Certainly playing it quite aggressively, but who will come out on this one? On top. Jaeger's managed to get on the rotate. He's come from below, but he gets seen by the Nomad and gets taken out. Puts another Nomad device to cover their flank, and they've taken the attic control. Is this the push that Ice Cold needed to get them back in the lead after they were pushing so far? They've now got a couple on double window, but Ash takes a load of damage from the double window. Looks like from the player playing in kids on that reinforcement. But now there's one rotated back into bunk. It's currently a 5v3, quite a difficult position to play in, and beg my pardon, Mitsu's actually playing the SMG, he's not playing the shotgun. He's currently contesting the player on the balcony, who is currently the Thermite, looking to try and get that main bedroom wall, but they still haven't managed to get any of the bandits off, so they can't push in this way. Thermite has diffuser as well, so if it comes down to a plant situation, it's going to be harder for him to get into sight and actually get this plant down. You see Smoke has gone for a rotate all the way around. He's going through meeting. Will he see the Nomad charges though? Will he be able to put... Yes, he sees one there, but he gets hit by it. Will Ice Cold be alerted to his presence pushing through the back of attic? As another player falls inside, Zoff takes out the Valkyrie. Nice quick. Smoke is coming in. He has the flank. Do they know he's here though? It's currently a 1v4. Can Smoke clutch it out? Plant is going down from Thermite. Downs one. It's the Nomad, but there's one swinging him from Kid's bedroom. The Zoff misses a shot. Saint takes him down, but Ash manages to swing and secure the kill. A nice win there from Ice Cold. Managed to get the control that they needed. Pushed into sight. And got the frags that they needed. And played time. Nearly got the diffuser down as well. Or did get the diffuser down. So they had Team Mitsu in their back pocket. If that flank from the Smoke had come slightly sooner, this could be a very different story, but as it stands, unfortunately he was the only one left on the board by the time he managed to make it through attic and into the connector to Kid's bedroom, at which point, with the plant down and so many people watching those angles, there wasn't much chance he was going to win this one. Team Mutsu, formerly known as Rebel Nation Shadow, now going down to the basement site, seeing how they can hold this, bringing out the Mozzie, a favourite pick of mine. I do love the Roni. Let's see how they set up on this one. One wall denial of Bandit going there, likely to do the walls into Bunker, maybe also some into Freezer. We'll see where he sets these up. We're also looking like we're going to be having a Smoke playing the shields in Elbow, because he's opened up that well-known rotate into Elbow. On a different side to what we normally see, but let's see how this goes. Is Jaeger going to give him some devices though to keep that as a safe position? If not, he could be quite open to some frag grenades, which we currently have 2 on the board from Connor. But will they make the Maverick push into Blue Bunker? I don't know. Saint setting up the shield in Elbow. Have we got Mozzie in the room? Yeah, looks like Mozzie's going to be going up the main stairs. He's going to be playing out on site. Bandit playing around pillars area, more towards site. Jaeger playing a very aggressive angle. Will he get a pick on it? No. He gets taken out instead by the Nomad. Went for an aggressive peek on the back of Bunker there. Taken out by the Nomad, holding that very lovely angle. It's now a 5v4. And Mutsu has taken loads of damage. Don't quite know where from, but he's rotating back into sight. Running the Commando rather than the Roni. That's where he went wrong. Roni is the best. Commando is not. Valk got some cams in meeting, but it seems that Ice Cold are putting all their eggs in one basket. They're going for a very aggressive bunk hold here. Here we go. Let's see if they wasted the ADSs. No, they haven't. One grenade has been wasted by Maverick, but the second one connects, destroying that shield, and here we have the smoke losing the tiniest bit of health. It's reinforcing it though, they've managed to get back into sight, and with losing that little bit of health, they've still got a chance. The Zopper's rotating to launch, she manages to get the Mozzie, who was on the tiniest sliver of health, but they managed to get the refrag. Well played there by Sindens. Now it means that the entirety of Ice Cold is now stuck in bunker. Are they going to be able to get these walls open? Are they able to push in sight? They have the numbers advantage. But will they have the advantage by the end of this? You see Smoke playing on the floor looking for those toes. The Bandit manages to get a nice pick onto the Ash there. I think she was playing Pillar Door. So now it's a 3v3, and with the entirety of Ice Cold stuck in bunk, it's a very linear push that they've managed to get themselves into here. They still have time on the board to rotate round, but will the call come soon enough for them to do so? Only time will tell. The Valk sees a little bit of Nomad's toes and managed to shoot her a little bit for about 25 health. She's still very healthy though, and it's a very evenly matched at the moment. Currently you see Thermite coming in from above, pushing the rear stage stairs. Is this the flank that they needed? Looks like he's going to open hatch. It looks like the entirety of Ice Cold has completely given up on bunker now and are pushing for the rear stage. Going to be playing that hatch and also the rear stage stairs. Let's see what they decide to do here. We see the Bandit here still thinking that they're playing in bunker. There's no intel has been called to say that everybody's moved from bunker. Will this be his downfall? He is covered though from the rear stage stairs, so he's in a safe position here, and it depends whether Ice Cold able to drone him out, whether he has an impact on this round. Smoke's currently playing head glitch because we see that the Thermite has pushed all the way into Freezer. Thermite managed to win that one. Smoke misses him and shoots him, but then another one drops. So you got 2 kills from the Bandit. They did not drone him out. They didn't know he was there. Final one in Freezer is taken out by the Bandit. Nice triple kill there by the end on Unk from the pillar position. Stayed tight to the side of the stairs. They didn't know he was there. Didn't have any drones left on the board to drone him out. And he collects that kill onto the damaged Thermite pushing out of Freezer. Well played there by Team Mitsu. Managing to get another point on the board, so we're still tied here at 4-4 in round 9. Another very close game. Is Oregon going to be our closest map for this first round of games, since the game between Paradox and Counteract went to overtime, and with Counteract finally winning 9-8? Are we going to see a similar scoreline from these two teams here today? Only time will tell, as we see Ice Cold going back upstairs into kids' dorms. Seems Ice Cold so far, it's been evenly matched all the way through. Both teams able to win one site, both teams able to win another site. Nobody getting the advantage over the other. Nobody getting the momentum that they need to carry forward and get the kills that they require to win these games. On the upset side this time, we're seeing a Maestro coming out of Mutsu, giving them a bit more of that intel. I think trading out for the Valkyrie, which they had last time. Also got the Legion for that passive intel. It's more a sound cue than it is actually seeing anything, but of course Legion mines can still be shot out, they can be droned out, they're still quite visible even though they are invisible. So will they give the intel that is required for Team Mitsu to push into this site and get it? You see Saint on the smoke here. He was mentioning in the Discord before that he is a smoke main, and I think he's certainly proved it so far. He's been left in some really tough positions though, which has meant we haven't maybe seen his full potential. But he came in but it was actually the smoke on the other team that came in so clutch on this previous site on the final defensive round. Once again, it looks like we're seeing from Ice Cold taking that big tower control to push into Attic. Nobody seems to be contesting it too much. We've just got a Bandit playing in Attic, but until they start breaching that wall, is he really going to be playing it? He might move up and play on box, which is this position right here. Does he hear them through the wall behind him? Yes, he does. They brought the Maverick again to open up the base of the wall. Maverick taking a bit of damage here, but Bandit is playing on box. If somebody goes below him meeting, he's a dead man. Oh my goodness, what happened there? The Zoff managed to get the pick onto the Maestro, all the way from the master bedroom balcony. Although the Maestro cams are still available, they're not going to be quite as much use to the opposing team as they would be otherwise. Legion trying to do an impact trick there, but doesn't quite land the spot. So we have a two-pronged assault here from Ice Cold. We have the two bodies of Zoff and Thermite pushing from the outside balcony through Master into Closet and then into Games. Looks like they're not going for the plant though because Nomad has the diffuser. Trying to currently get the Bandit off the box. They got Bandit off the box with a beautiful nade coming out there from the Maverick. Jaeger's trying to contest the Allen and dies to the Maverick. And now it's left in a 2v3. But Smoke's still on the board. Smoke is a very powerful operator in these positions, as we've already seen from Ice Cold when they were on the defensive team. Also with the Legion, they've still got that bit of damage, and if they play the time long enough, the Legion mines can stop the plant coming out from the Nomad. Where has the Nomad gone though? She dropped the hatch into meeting. Looks like she's going for a flank on Trophy side. And Ash wins out that gunfight onto the Bandit, the Legion, sorry, playing Kids Dorms. Now they're just playing against, it's a 1v3. Can we see the first 1vx in this entire tournament from Saint on the Smoke? We've been told he's a Smoke main before. Can he clutch this one up? He has Diffuser in Trophy. He managed to get the most crucial member of the team, the Diffuser carrier. We've got Maverick though trying to open up a few holes from the attic. Playing aggressively here with the Smoke. Lands the shot. It's now a 1v1. We see Smoke versus the Ash, both on similar health. Though the Diffuser is down in Trophy. Ash now has this. Oh! Smoke managed to swing it, but managed to get back inside just in time after throwing out a smoke canister. And Ash swings the breach and lands the headshot. Well played there on Ash. Brought it down to the line. Sadly, Saint was not able to clutch it there with his smoke play in the end. But good effort from him. Very, very close game. One second, everybody. Just gonna have to pause for a second. Bear with me, everybody. We've just had a request put in by RNS Team Mitsu that the Ash was wearing a band skin. We're just going to check back this. I'm not exactly sure how this will affect the rounds in Lu, but if this happens again, we will the opposing team will have to TK the operator that is wearing that skin. Okay, so if anybody is in chat, please can we make sure that no banned skins are being run on any of your operators. When I restart the timer, can we make sure that the Ash is not using a skin? It may mean you have to swap out who's playing the Ash, because of course headgears and uniforms can't be changed in game, so can it please be changed? Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we'll just be a short pause while we get this resolved. We'll be back in just a few moments. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. So the issue that we had here was that the Ash was using a banned skin. It was brought to our attention. We've now got this corrected, and it will be sorted out after the game. For now, the teams will play. No worries, Frost. Perfect. Everybody ready to go? Let's get back into it. Let's get back into this juicy match. Sorry we had to pause it. Let's hope we can get the hype back in there. Let's get some pogs in chat now. We're back starting again. So after that very near clutch there from Smoke on the side of Team Mutsu, we are now going... They're now going back upstairs. They played it so very well, but didn't quite have it in the end. May have been due to the band skin that was in play, who knows. Either way, the round was lost, unfortunately. We're still going to be counting it, and it will be reviewed afterwards by the league administrators, should it come down to overtime. But I think for now, the teams are just going to play it out, and we're going to see what happens. Please make sure, for those of you that are playing in the league, when you do come in to play your games in the future, that you make sure you've reviewed all of your operator skins, both headgears, because some of them are banned. Twitch Elite is banned, IQ Elite is banned, and a few other skins. Please see the rules, and if anybody needs any clarification on this, please message one of the league admins who will let you know.
5 seconds left. Bomb located by attack.
Anyway, now on to round 10. Who will win this one out of Ice Cold and Mutsu? We've seen some good plays from both teams so far in this game. And now it's just a case of who will actually win the game overall. Once again, it seems like we may have 2 players who are going to be pushing, 3 players in fact, who are going to be pushing Big Tower. This time though, Team Mutsu have swapped it out to have the Valkyrie playing downstairs in pillars. Will she be able to get the flank into those playing Big Tower? I don't think they're aware of her presence just yet. If Mutsu plays this correctly, he might have an incredibly good pick on his hands onto some of the most important ops and one of the most crucial parts of Ice Cold's attack so far. They've been able to take Attic every single time so far, and from there they've been able to basically build their attack from. But I don't think they quite realise the Valkyrie's here. If he gets a nice pick here, nice and early, this could be crucial to his team managing to clinch the victory here. There's a Nomad, but he triggers it. Here they go. They now have the sound cue. He's having to fall off. Unfortunately, it didn't pay off for him. However, the Nomad that was holding the angle through Attic has now been taken out by the Jaeger, who was playing at the other end. I played up close. Pre-firing a bit. A very good pick for Team Mutsu to start this one off. Although the flank didn't work out, they were still able to get the opening pick onto the Nomad. A beautiful C4 there coming out from the Bandit. I don't exactly know where that happened. Sorry that I missed it, everybody. Looks like it was either done below.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
It might have been through the floor. It might have been a pre-placed. I don't know. Hopefully they'll tell us. However, the Mozzie playing super aggressive there, and the Zoff, who's just gone on to Repel to go link up with her team, manages to get him as he pushes out of Trophy. Still Ice Cold and managed to get a tiny bit of presence in the Attic there. However, because this has been their push every single attack so far, will it work? Well, so far they managed to equal it up. The Zoff has gone to the Games Repel and took out the Jaeger, who was applying so much pressure in the Attic there. Once again, she gets another pick from the Games window. I don't think the Smoke realises how close she is, but if he does, he's playing a risky game here. If the Zoff manages to get that angle, oh, she's moved off it now. She's going back to the Trophy side. The 2 players of Maverick and Twitcher managed to push up further into Attic though, and they're now on the rotate. Doesn't see the Bandit. Put pre-fights in the wrong place, but the Zoff has managed to rotate around to Trophy. A quad kill for Zoff. Can we see the first ace of the tournament? If the Zoff gets the kill here, this will be the first ace of the tournament for Maz. Will he do it? He's going for the plant, going for the safe option. Smoke is left on dangerously low health though. Will he be able to get the frag that he needs? He misses the Zoff with the SMG 11 shots, and now he's in a post-plant situation, a 1v2. Will he be able to win it this time? The Zoff has moved back to Trophy, and the Maverick is playing close. They haven't got over that. And the Smoke manages to land the shot. Saint is playing this incredibly well. He's smoking it off. He's going for the defuse. Does Zoff know exactly where he is? Can they apply the pressure through the smoke? She tries pre-firing the angle. Saint is on dangerously low health here. Can he get the... He downs the Zoff! He downs the Zoff! Will the Withstand win it though? They have the Valkan there, giving him the information that he needs. He gets the triple kill, denies the ace, and secures a round for his team. What a brilliant play there by Saint on the Smoke. Left in another 3v1 situation, and he manages to clutch it out. Well played there from Saint on the Smoke. 13 kills as well. He's really showing his weight for the team here. Congratulations. And denies that ace as well. Was going to be the first ace of the tournament, I believe, coming out from Zoff there. But sadly that was denied by Saint, who was on the smoke. Well played from all the teams. Brilliant clutch there. This is the gameplay we want to see, ladies and gentlemen. And here we see Team Mutsu going to laundry supply room. Going back down into the basement. It's currently 5 apiece in round 11. Not quite into overtime yet. Which team will get the first step towards that match point though? Will it be Team Mutsu or will it be Ice Cold eSports? So very closely matched on this map. But who will come out on top? We can have only one winner. We see a bit of a strange pick coming out here, one that hasn't been seen so far this game, and that's the Doc from Mutsu, with the elite skin on as well. Sadly though, with where he's placed on the team leaderboard, he won't be getting the MVP should they come to win this game. However, is he going to be going for some aggressive spawn peaks this game? Is that the advantage that they need to get a couple of picks nice and early with that Doc? Or is he just there because they've been losing quite a lot of health in gunfights, but they've still been keeping the men on the board? Ice Cold have not been able to finish off the operators. We see Sindens here playing the Vigil, possibly going for a roam, but currently reinforcing all the hatches. Once again, Saint is going to be on the smoke, and he's going to be playing elbow again with his shield. They have the Jaeger doing the aggressive hold again, holding the angle. He hears somebody, does a quick pre-fire, but sadly doesn't come off with a kill. Once again, it seems that Ice Cold are applying at least some pressure to the bunker area. They have 3 operators pushing from here. The other 2 are pushing main entrance, maybe looking to get control of the main stairs and push down there into laundry. We'll see. Got both the Zoff and Ash playing out here. Currently no, but do they know that there is the roaming bandit? Sorry, Vigil upstairs in the armory. He's trying to get an angle. Has a sound cue alerted the Ash and the Zofia to his location? I don't think they know. Ash is down in sight. She's pushing laundry super hard. Nobody is here to know about it, but if the flank comes out, she's in sight. She gets to smoke. A double kill from Maz to start the round off. And then another one coming out from Vidics on the thermite. The Zoff here, peeking some angles. There's now 2 of them in sight. Where is the Vigil? Is he coming back to sight? Yes, he is. He gets taken out in Freezer. This is a really, really aggressive round. And there's a team kill coming out from Vance. Couldn't settle just for killing the enemy team. Had to kill his friendlies as well. And we're left tiniest slither of health. 2 health on the Jaeger. Playing from Freezer. This is nearly impossible for him to win, but can he do it? A 1v3 situation. He lights up the thermite, but doesn't quite do enough damage. He is on 1 health, just the tiniest cough in his general direction, and he will be down and out for the count. He's got a Nomad covering his door, so he can't actually push out. And he's got all the other operators of Ice Cold watching all the angles. He's in a very tough situation. He vaults out, and Connor secures the kill. Easy shot there. Well played from Ice Cold. Beautiful attack. Team Mutsu completely left the laundry stairs open there. They saw this advantage. They got the Ash in there nice and quick. Picked up those 2 incredibly crucial kills of the smoke and the bandit falling out from elbow and getting that wall ready to try and repel the attack from bunker. But because those 2 fell so quickly, it threw Team Mutsu into disarray, and they managed to get another pick from the thermite, and from there the round was basically said and done. Team Mutsu now moving back into laundry room supply room, thinking they can hold it better this time. Still got the Vigil for the roam, very similar setup to last time. Will they be able to have a better chance of it this time? I don't think they will allow Ice Cold to get such an advantage by pushing down those the laundry stairs from the main entrance. However, if the opening is left there, I'm sure that Maz will be open there with his Ash to run in and take it. Scores on the door so far. We now have Maz on 15 kills. Can he break the record by Callum of 17 kills? Highest number of kills in a game so far in the league. Only time will tell on this one. Also noticeable players is Saint on the smoke. Got shut down really early in the last round, so unfortunately he wasn't able to have a big impact in his team. And IKRXTY, I don't know what to call him, with 10 kills on the Nomad. Having brilliant games here. A very similar setup to last time. They've got the smoke in elbow, bandits in. Once again, looks like they're going for a bunker push because they've got drones in that location. Yep, they've got the Maverick, they've got the Nomad, and what looks to be the Thermite pushing bunker. Once again, the Ash and the Zoff sticking together, but this time pushing from Junkyard through the small tower. Where is the Vigil playing? He's certainly on the roam. He's, excuse me, up in Attic, just hiding, biding his time. Maybe he gets the crucial flank that wins them the round. Sadly, his flank came a little too late in the previous round. A Nomad's already been triggered. This was played against the Smoke playing elbow. He's being pushed off. Only one ADS to watch that shield. Shield has been destroyed. Are they going to go try and get the reinforcement? I think they still have one in pocket, but will they be able to get it off? The Nomad's pushing up aggressively. Had a little bit of damage done to it. Also done a little bit of damage back to the Legion, who is watching the breach. Looks like Saint is ready to try and get that reinforcement done. But will this open up? Will this open up? Because two of them are now watching the hole into elbow. Will this now allow another member of Ice Cold to push from somewhere else? For example, Pillar. But no, where has this Ash come from? She's in Freezer. She manages to get a pick on a Bandit. They've done a completely different push this time. But they've managed to get that opening pick. However, kills going backwards and forwards. Another one coming out from the Thermite onto the of the smoke of Saint as he tried to go for the reinforced wall. Thermite is pushed up. He injures the Legion, takes him down, low health. It's now a 4v2. But the Vigil came in with the crucial roam, but it's instantly refragged by the Ash. It's now a 2v1 with 2King. However, this time he's got a lot more health and lands the headshot. And 2King with the 1v2 clutch, landing perfect back-to-back headshots. One onto the Thermite, one onto the Ash, one to Nomad, and one onto the Ash, sorry. Beautiful call-outs coming from his team there to know exactly where those two players were pushing from, landing two beautiful shots onto the heads and securing his team the point. Now we move into overtime. This was already agreed that Ice would get defense on OT, so this is hopefully set up correct. If not, a rehost will be in order. So we still see Ice on defense for the first round of OT and Team Mutsu on attack. Once again, these teams are so well matched against each other, trading blows backwards and forwards. I don't think one team has really got the advantage of the other for more than 2 rounds. This game is coming incredibly close. It's often coming down to these 1v2, 1v3 situations played beautifully by both sides, and it's not just one player necessarily showing up for each team, it's a mix of them. We've seen the clutch come out from Saint on the smoke, and last round we saw the clutch coming out on, I think it was Crixie on the Jaeger. Once again, apologies if I'm murdering some of these names. It's very hard when there's not really a name to call out. How's everybody doing in the stream at the moment? Enjoying the game so far? Incredibly back and forth game. Seen from both sides. But who will come out on top? Only one. One of them will walk away victor from this first game.
10 seconds left before insertion. 5 seconds left before insertion. Attackers objective, locate a bomb.
Very similar setup coming out of Ice Cold again on their defensive round. Yes, my apologies, it's Ice Cold now on defense and it's Team Mutsu on attack. Where are Mutsu going to be pushing from? We've got the IQ going to be applying pressure onto double window, but does she know that the Bandit is playing aggressively downstairs in showers? Smoke is also on the back of Silverbump, contesting the double window. We have Jaeger on the head glitch in Kid's bedroom. Got Ayana going to the roof. We've got the Ash playing on Kid's Rappel, watching for that attic, but nobody's peeking it at the moment. However, it looks like there is the Mute who's playing in attic, who could swing on that window if he so desired, but currently he's just holding an angle waiting to swing on the game's window. Where exactly are Team Mutsu pushing on this one? It looks like they're going for the attic wall. They either managed to get a Twitch drone in there and get rid of the bandits, or it wasn't bandited. I believe they managed to get the Twitch drone in there. Well played there from Saints, who managed to get the Twitch drone in, probably through the open hatch. Get the bandits off, which allowed Unk to get in there and open up the wall. He's currently droning in for the Twitch. However, Cinder's put on massively low health here. I think he was either on the roof contesting double window, or he got shot from the kids repel, not quite sure, but it puts him in a very dangerous position. So although the numbers are very even at this point, the actual health pool is much lower on the side of Team Mitsu. Once again, apologies if I'm ruining some of these names. Legion going below into the classroom, trying to get the pick on the Ana, but she wasn't playing on the game's repel, she was playing on the repel just to the side of it. Got two of Ice Cold playing off-site, a much more aggressive roam this time. Ash is still on the repel outside games, still on incredibly low health, not really sure what to do. We see the Bandit here going for a little rotate. Is he going to peek the Ash who is currently on the game's repel? That is the question. Still got quite a lot of drones on board, so they can get these in sight and ping the defending operators to help the attackers push in. Ash is currently on a drone though. If only the Bandit knew, he could have hit the window and he could have shot her through it. He still thinks they're an attic. He's going for a bit of a C4. Will he get anybody with it though? I don't think so, because they've already pushed in further or completely given up on that. Yes, that was the Legion getting a shot from Games into the one pushing attic. Connor trades it back. He's currently looking in the favour of Ice Cold here, with 2 left on the board and only 10 seconds on the clock. IQ's in sight though with the G8 getting shots, but it's all over far too quickly. Well played there by Ice. Not quite a flawless round, because unfortunately the mute went down there at the end from the rushing IQ. However, Ice Cold with the first overtime match point on the board. Do we see Team Mitsu coming back with a win on defense, or does Ice Cold win the game right here, right now, with a win on attack? Let's wait and see. By the way, for those watching, once this game is finished, we will have a 10-minute break. Well, I'm allowed to go use the bathroom and get a bit to drink, because my voice is going a little bit from all of this excited casting. So there'll be roughly a 10-minute break between maps, and then we'll be on to the second one, which our second map today will be Cafe, which will see RNS on defense, or Team Mitsu on defense, with Ice starting on attack. Will it be as so equal as this game, or will it be a very different story? Will one be able to take advantage over the other? Either way, we've still got one round to play, but one round to play at least, before we crown the winner of the first of this best of 2. Once again, we see Saint coming out with the smoke, looking like he's likely to play elbow again. He's going to open up that rotate. Also got the Ella coming out again. Were they using this for a bit of roam, bit of intel this time? Not quite sure. Got the Valkyrie certainly for a bit more intel. Is she going to be playing a bush? She hasn't placed any other Valk cameras down yet though, so we don't know where these are going. This is a very late setup from the Valkyrie. Diego, however, has put down all his ADSs, some of them to cover the smoke, likely playing elbow. Yeah, he's got one ADS there, but the thing is, Ice has always been incredibly good at burning off this ADS very quickly, and they've got the nade from the Maverick, so unless they can get the pick on the Maverick nice and quick, the Maverick could prove incredibly crucial at getting that smoke off of that elbow position again, and allowing them to get that control into sight that they've gathered on so many rounds prior where they've won on this site. Get in, get those kills. We see, is that a Jaeger playing aggressively on a shield? Yes, it's a bunk, he's holding an aggressive angle on it. Very tight peek there, very difficult for the attackers to see as they swing the door, but a well-placed shot could easily take him out this game and give an advantage. But Smoke, of course, is playing elbow, so they've got the double pronged. If one of them dies, the other can swing and maybe get the kill back. However, Zoff is now pushing down the rear stage. The Ella coming incredibly useful now, because without that Ella device going off, they may not have known that rear stage stairs was compromised and the Zoff and the IQ were pushing it so aggressively. We can see all of Team Mitsu playing on site, watching each other's backs here. Nobody clearly on the roam. The Bandit's sort of on his own though, playing Freezer. Have they got a rotate? No, they do not have a rotate. Should Ice be able to take the site control as they have done previously? If a player was stuck in Freezer, they might be able to then push for the plant and just get them stuck in there. There's no real rotate out. Currently we're playing a very slow game here. No team wanting to give an inch. See the Zoff and the IQ sticking together, making sure that if one of them dies, they can get the refrag. It's nice to see this play here from Ice Cold sticking sticking together both as 2s and 3s, so should any kills come out, they can get the instant refrags. Having a lot of pressure applied to the IQ and the Zoff here in Freezer now. The Bandit is close on the Zoff there. That I don't think they quite know. The entire team's rotating around. It looks like they're going for a complete Freezer take. They've completely given up on Bunk, which means that the smoke is now reinforcing off Elbow. And the first kill goes to Valkyrie. She's opened that wall into Freezer, holding out, and you see Smoke here just rotated that shield round to hold onto Freezer. But we now have the Thermite who has pushed down the laundry stairs, and Zoff manages to get another kill onto Saint. That's a very crucial pick onto the smoke. He could deny the plant. It's now 4v3 in the favour of Ice. If they win this one, they win the game, so let's see how they manage to pull this off. But the Zoff has been injured. It's now a 2v2. Kills going off all over the place.
A bomb has been located.
We now see Team Mitsu, and Vidica's managed to get in sight. He's getting the plant down in laundry. Can the IQ cover him from Freezer though? He's covered. He manages to get to plant down because both the two members of Mutsu or RNS are playing on the far side. They know one's in Freezer watching the right hand angle, and they also know one's in laundry. Good intel and pinging coming out from their teammates so they can try and push this. The Ella goes in aggressively on the IQ, who will win this gunfight, starts pre-firing. And the Ella whiffs her shots. The Ella whiffs her shots and loses the gunfight. And then the IQ claims another kill. And there we have it. Ice win on Oregon. 8-6. 21 kills coming out from Maz there on the Zoff. Well played to him. Lots of assists as well. Well played from both teams to get it so close in overtime. Brilliant plays coming out from both, but it has to be said that Ice certainly had the better of RNF's Team Mitsu at the end there, managing to come together and clutch that game out. Certainly see who puts in the most effort there on both teams, but everybody sharing very important roles and also getting kills where required. Now, as previously explained, we're just going to have a quick 10-minute break. Go away, Road to SI. I don't want to know, if I'm honest. Well played to both teams. We'll be going into the second one in roughly 10 minutes. Be sure to tune in for the second game. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Got another 6 minutes on the clock before we go into the next game. How did everybody find the first one? Exciting stuff. I certainly know my voice found it far too exciting. It's gone all croaky. Just confirming which sides everybody's playing on for the second game. I think I've got it all set up correctly. Just need to remember who is who. So, from the back of that game, ICE come out on top with the first win of this 2-game series, winning it 8-6 in overtime. Very good players coming out there from both sides. 2 notable players from each team. One was Saint on the smoke, getting a couple of clutches in there, as well as just playing well overall. But also Maz on the Zofia was crucial for the attack on ICE's side. It means that ICE now put themselves ahead of RNS currently. They are guaranteed 1 point at the end of this game, whether they win or whether they lose. And if they win, they are guaranteed 3 points. If they lose, then each team will get 1 point. It's a very close game. It's been very enjoyable to cast. I hope you are all having fun in the chat. I see some poggers. See if we can get some more poggers. Also, for those that are still watching, if you want to throw out invites or a link to my Twitch, then that would be greatly appreciated. Want to get as many people in here as we can to watch and appreciate the game. Get somebody who aren't even involved in Rainbow Six Siege. Get them in here to show them what they're missing. Get them in and get some good games under our belts. Game will restart in 4 minutes. We're currently missing 1 player. I just need to make sure that they are going to be joining back. Game will be starting in 3 minutes. The second map for us to see today is Cafe Dostoevsky. I probably butchered that pronunciation along with several of the other names of the teams and players in this lobby, but I think it's going to become a staple of my casting style. I'm sure you will love it. Oh, have we got a raid coming in? Or is that just somebody who's putting a load of raids in chat? I don't know. Anyway, for the second map today, as I say already, we are going to Cafe with RNS starting on defense and ICE on attack. Sorry, and ICE will also be starting attack on overtime. For those of you who are just tuning in, we have ICE on the orange team, and we have RNS, also known as Team Mutsi, in the blue team. Game is due to start in 2 minutes. We need to get 2 of Team Mutsu's or RNS's players back in to make sure that we're a full 5v5. However, as stated in the rules, if they are not back within the allotted time, which is 10 minutes, then we can go into the game as a 3v5. If they let me know that they're having technical difficulties or anything else, then of course we'll take that into consideration. But if they are not back within the next minute or so, we may just have to start as a 3v5, which I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to see. I want to see a 5v5, see these two teams going at it again and again. I certainly think this map and match can be just as impressive as the previous one. Hopefully we get a nice close scoreline. Here we go, here's Mutsu back, and we're just waiting for one more. They've still got a few minutes left, but once they're in, we'll be going into game. Hopefully he joins shortly. As soon as everybody's back in though, after the 10-minute mark, we're going straight into game number 2. Goodness me, everybody's been messaging. I've missed so many notifications. But anyway, there are things that are far more important than notifications, and that is game number 2, which we are heading into in just a second. And away we go, ladies and gentlemen, to game number 2 of RNS versus ICE. First game, we saw great plays coming out from both teams in this one. ICE came out on top though with an overtime win of 8-6. Can they repeat that performance here and put themselves ahead of RNS in the standings, or will both teams come out with 1 map apiece and thus 1 point apiece on the league standings, which will put them neck and neck until they face their next rivals next week? For those of you that are interested though, this league, we currently have 10 teams in. And of those 10 teams, we have currently seen 6 of them play so far, so that is 3 games. This is the 4th one. There will be 1 more game being streamed tomorrow by myself at around 7:45, which will be the last game of this week. And then next week we'll move into round 2, which will see different teams pitted against each other. And I believe it's a round robin until everybody's faced everybody, and then the points are totted up and we go into playoffs. First place team goes straight through into the grand final, and teams 2 through 5 go into playoffs. Sadly, 6 through 10 are relegated and I don't think play any more games, but Connor may or may not confirm that. And we move on from there. Anyway, moving on to the game in Cafe. We have some bans coming out. Thatcher once again being banned out on the attacking side. Maybe a little less useful on this map, apart from on the downstairs takes. It's mainly through... he's mainly very useful going through Bakery. However, he's now off the board, so he won't be much use at all. Jackal also being taken off, making sure that both teams have a lot more roam game. Although, despite the ban coming out on Oregon, we didn't see much roam coming out from either team until the later rounds. Then we see the mirror coming out. There's quite a few mirror strats that can be run on different sites, and I'm guessing that Team Mitsu just didn't want to play against that. And finally, final ban coming out is Cade. Very useful for holding off those walls and the hatch in freezer when they play downstairs in kitchen service, kitchen cooking. However, he's now off the board, so there is only the Mute and the Bandit available for wall denial. And here we are going into round 1. Pretty similar setups from both teams again, as we've seen already. Sinden's going the 6th pick from the Vigil to the Castle. I think the 6th pick was done there to try and not give away the fact that they were going kitchen service on the first pick. However, I'm sure that ICE will soon pick up on this. As I've seen, their drone game so far has been very, very good.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
Players to watch this game will be Maz on the Zofia, Saint on the Smoke. Sinden's also had a couple of good rounds. We also saw the Sledge of IKRXTY coming through clutch in a couple of situations for the team previously. To be fair, just watch every player on these teams. Both teams are very evenly matched, and every player has had an impact in one round or another. Nobody, apart from Maz and Saint, are necessarily sticking out any further than any other player. Lucy on the board this time though. She was banned out in the previous game. How effective is this going to prove to the defender side when she does get played? Looks like they're going to be doing the aggressive hold in Bakery here. They've got 2 ADSs behind the counter. They've got small rotate into small Bakery here and castled off. It's a very good position to hold. You can have one person behind the Bakery counter and one person playing prep, watching your rotate, and it can be very difficult to push people off here, especially with those 2 ADSs. Now let's see where ICE have spawned. Hello? Eyes on his drone. We got Ash and Sledge sticking together. Look like they might be going for a top floor clear. Certainly a middle floor clear, but nobody seems to be on the roam. Jaeger, of course, is playing in the Bakery. And the first pick comes to Maz, who we saw absolutely kicking it off with lots of kills. A second kill coming out from Maz there, picking up both Saint and Mitsu. Two very crucial players on the enemy team, especially that smoke for the late game. Playing for that plant. Jaeger here playing aggressively, and the bakery managed to get a pick onto the off. And now we see Castle, who's gone a little bit on their own, playing at Harry Potter in the bottom of red stairs. Manages to get that pick onto Maz, finally shutting him down. He's already collected 2 kills. Exan opening up from above, getting that angle into prep that is very crucial. Lots of vertical play coming out of here, both from the Sledge and the Ash. Will they stay here though? When the Ace tries to push into sight, one of the Ace charges placed quite badly there though on the small bakery wall, meaning he can't get it. And Jaeger playing super aggressively on the door. How does he not win that? Both walking away with about the same amount of health done to each other. Castle currently managed to sneak his way up to top floor, allowing him to get that angle down. Could he be crucial in getting rid of the Ash and Sledge playing in train? Jaeger has retreated back into sight. He's now playing bar, but only with a small amount of health left. Bandit and Castle still seeming very healthy, but of course Castle playing on the very top floor, he could be crucial in getting a flank done onto the Sledge and the Ash, who are currently playing pillars and red stairs respectively. Seems like they're now going for a bar take. You have the Ace of Connor going outside, pushing through the window. He pre-fires, doesn't get anybody, but Sledge manages to collect the kill. Ash joins up with them as well. Pushes through, they're all covering each other. It's now 3v2. Slightly less healthy on the side of Ice, but on the side of RNS, they do have 2 people who are on full health. Could be quite crucial if this gunfight comes down to just little shots. Tiny bit of damage there done to... Okay, but Castle! I told you the flank would be crucial. Sinden's coming down, getting 2 kills onto the Thermite, and the Ash leaving the Sledge of KRXTY in a 1v2 situation. Using that shotgun to open the dining hatch to get back into sight. Sledge has managed to now secure the diffuser. He doesn't have much time left. 10 seconds on the clock. Bandit is playing in sight. There's a few ways into sight they can go, but he's assigned to do the bar double door. There's still a Malusi on it though that will alert them to his presence. He's trying to rotate round to Bakery, but he doesn't have time on the clock. And sadly, Ice don't manage to win this one. RNS start off strong with round 1 win on defense on Cafe. It's very well played, and as we saw from the castle, he managed to make his way upstairs without the Sledge and the Ash, who were playing those vertical angles knowing, and he proved crucial. They didn't have any flank watch, they didn't have any drones, and he managed to push right down pillar stairs and get them perfectly in the flank, collect himself a double kill, and overall his team the win. Well played there from Sindens. Now we see RNS moving up to the reading room fireplace hall site on the 2nd floor. 6 picking to Malusi, but the Thermite being traded out for the Maverick instead.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs.
It's not a usual sight that certainly I would expect when playing ranked. However, let's see what RNS have up their sleeve to try and win this one. Once again, bring the Malusi, who proved quite crucial in the win of that last round as well. Not necessarily because of kills, but just because of slowing down. Sindens, yes, he got 3 kills in the last time, but he was on the castle. But whoever played Malusi previously just slowed the attackers down in sight, gave them the intel that Sindens needed to go on that incredible flank that netted 2 kills. And from that, they managed to win the round. Plus, the Sledge wasn't able to push into sight, which stopped him from getting it. And yes, Chag, Freezer Hatch was soft the entire time.
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
So we see pretty standard setup here. They've extended the hold into top floor, where they've got a mute on the freezer wall and they're holding cocktail balcony very hard. They've given 4 reinforcements to the top floor, 1 ADS and 3 mute jammers just to keep those walls from getting breached. Now, will Ice be able to push in onto this, or will they decide to go from below and just take sight? You see Sledge going up onto the roof. We see Maz again going out on the terrace. Watching for runouts, likely going to be playing on these east side rappels. Very crucial in trying to get that cocktail control. Could mean that the mute jammers are quite useless because they can easily be shot off now by Maz when he's on this rappel. But does he realise that there is Jaeger playing so close? He knows he's there on the rappel. Plays it aggressively, but Maz has gone down and he's safe for now. Currently Ice playing on the red hatch. They're going in, trying to take the top floor control. Sledge dropping electrical. We've got the Mav droning them in, but those mute jammers playing havoc with the intel that they're trying to gain. There is also a Malusi playing Pixel that'll be quite difficult to push off. She's got a couple of ADSs with her, so we'll see how this works out. She's given up already and rotated into freezer. She's now been droned out though, so they know where she is. And a lot of ice, and she gets taken down from the skylight. I don't know why she had to rotate off of that pixel angle. She had it quite strongly, but then the Jaeger manages to frag out Maz once again, one of the most crucial players on ice from the previous game. Taken down. Finally they're getting rid of that shield on Pixel, but as it looks like, it seems that RNS have completely given up the top floor control. All that utility is now to waste. However, they've wasted over half the round timer so far, meaning that they can actually rotate down. Jaeger, as you can see, is playing on the pillar stairs, watching an angle up to New Hatch, but of course everybody's now cocktail. Don't know exactly where they are. You got the Legion of Unk playing in Train Museum, just waiting for that push to happen, but currently all of ICE are sat up in that cocktail balcony area. A well-placed C4 right now would be beautiful, but it's already been used on the mute of Mutsu. So I have to see what Maverick has now dropped pillar, and he gets taken out by the Legion, who's now pushed up into further into mining room. He's now gone back into train, staying nice and safe. Jaeger's going for a flank up red stairs, but Mute gets taken down. Where was he? He was playing pillars a little bit too aggressively, and the Ace is down there. Now being pushed with the Ash as well, who goes in, takes out the smoke of Saint. They now have site control. They're going for the plant. Ace planting it behind. Sledge needs to cover though from above. The Jaeger did the flank, but it's all too late because they're all downstairs getting plant inside. Doesn't win the gunfight against Legion though. Unk goes for a double kill, so does 2, and now it's a 1v3, but the Mute is still down. How can Connor win in this situation? I don't know if he realises that the Mute is still down, but it doesn't look like they're going for the pickup yet. Jaeger's going on the rotate for the pickup, and he's taken out Connor. Unk with the triple. 2 picking up the Mute, and Unk securing the defuse. Nets RNS, the second win on defense. Well played to RNS. Very well played on that retake there. Ice, although they didn't have a man advantage, managed to brute force their way into sight in through the reading room pillar's door, and from there they managed to get the plant down. But once the plant was down, sadly they weren't able to hold it together quite long enough, despite being in a 3v2 because that Mute was downed. They weren't able to quite pull it off this time, which unfortunately means that it's 2-0 to RNS as they move to Bar Cocktail Lounge. This is probably one of the most expected sites in a ranked match, but as you can probably tell, maybe the fact that ICE was maybe expecting this to be the first site rather than kitchen and then moving to bar and to dining and reading, maybe they might perform better on this site as it's a more standard attack, certainly in a ranked setup. However, this is not a ranked match, this is a league match, and RNS has certainly been putting up the numbers that they need to at this point to get on the board nice and early and hopefully net themselves the win at the end of this game, which will mean that both these teams go into round 2 with 1 point each on the board, as the best of 2 series will be a tie. However, we're still early on, we're only in round 3, and it's currently only 2-0. A lot can change since then, so we will see what happens here.
10 seconds left before insertion.
See the Mozzie being bought by Mutsu at this point. Still keeping those pests in pocket, probably till late game. Often it's quite useful to keep the Mozzie pests in your pocket until later on in the round. Shoot the first drones that come in, so have the pests ready for the second ones. Deny the intel that the attackers will get. Seems like the Mutsu has found a drone just sat at the top of White Stairs, so he takes it and he's like, right, you're mine. Takes it for himself and will now use it for some intel alongside the Valkyrie of Sidens. Got Unk playing the shield at Pixel. And we also have Zoff, who just pre-fired a little bit through the window. Maz was proved so crucial on some of the attacks of Ice in the previous game, but so far, despite getting the 2 kills opening picks in the beginning of the first round when they were attacking downstairs, he's been picked off and hasn't been able to have as much impact as maybe him or his team would like. later on in the rounds. Got Saint here with the SMG-11 playing a very aggressive angle on Skylight. If anybody peeks it, they might lose. We've still got Unk on that pixel peek. We've now got the Ashes dropped into red. They've opened a small breach hole at the bottom using the Ace charges, trying to contest that pixel angle. Will they be able to get it off? I think he's got a couple of my devices, so it won't happen. However, here we go. This is what I was telling you. Maz manages to get a pick on the Sidon's flanking, possibly red stairs. See Ice taking control of Cigar Lounge and Cigar Shop, pushing in here, taking out Unk, who was playing on Pixel, and now it's in a 5v3 to Ice. This could be the round where they make the difference. They start their comeback. They're now opening up into Freezer here. Here we go. It's now a 5v2 in favour of Ice. So he's playing close to the door, and he gets seen from behind. He didn't realise that the breach was open and dies. It's now a 5v1. This will be insane if 2 can clutch this out. Will he be able to do it? Nobody knows he's here, though. He manages to tag the Ash, but sadly doesn't land the shots at the right time. And Maz swings the angle, and we get the first flawless round of this series. I believe so, anyway. Maz there watching the flank. They just had the numbers advantage. 2 King could not do anything in that situation, unless he'd maybe got the pick on the Ash straight away. Sadly, because he wasn't able to secure that kill, the Ash was able to swing round on him and give the intel that was required to the rest of the team to also swing him, and his gun was still pointed at the Ash. So sadly he lost that fight. And it's a 2-1 currently in the favour of RNS. Now Sidon's bringing out the clash here on Kitchen Service. Seems though that may have been an accidental pick or done intentionally to throw Ice off, and is now 6 picking onto the Goyo.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Here's the scores on the door so far. You can see 3 members of RNS absolutely showing up. While Mitsu and Saint, who was so crucial in the previous game, not quite showing up yet, but we're still early on, so they have a chance to redeem themselves. We see RNS now going down into the basement site. Are they going to leave the dining hatch soft like they did last time? No, they have reinforced it. So there will not be the option for them to rotate back down here like the castle did last time of Sidon's, which managed to get the crucial flank that allowed them to net the win overall. Seems like they're playing aggressively from Freezer though, hence the reinforcement on the hatch, because they've reinforced the white garage wall and left Freezer with a wide open rotate in it. Seems 3 of them are playing this side. They've given up, seems to have given up Bakery a lot more. It's still reinforced, it's still bandited, but there's certainly less pressure they're applying here. See quite a lot of Ice. 2 of Ice, in fact, pushing from the side. Technically 3. Now where is... Ooh, a very cheeky angle here from Thermite on the roof. Not seen this one very often played, but he's trying to see if there's anybody playing behind that counter in Bakery. This time though, RNS have completely given up Bakery to allow them to play the other side of Freezer. They've opened up there a lot more. It's almost like they've opened the door for Ice, just letting them in. Hopefully this doesn't come back to bite them in the arse later on. Ash getting very close here to the likes of, I believe, Goyo playing in VIP. No. It's the Wamai and the Bandit, I believe. No. I can't get it right. It's the Wamai playing in Bar and the Jaeger playing in VIP. Jaeger has been tagged though quite significantly. He's only got about 10 health left. They've still left some outside cams up though, so this could be crucial intel if any flanks go around later on. Here we see though now Ash coming down the white stairs. If this goes on drones, this could be crucial. And I'm Connor and Christy push in from the front. And they manage to get 2 kills. Nice and early. The Ash sees the Jaeger rotating into Freezer, but does the Jaeger realise? He does, but he dies still to the Ash. It's now a 5v2 again. Ice being a lot better at picking off the members of RNS this time round. And here we go. The Ash wins the gunfight against the Wamai. And the castle is left in a 1v4 situation. And he gets picked off by the Ace, who is holding the angle all the way from Kitchen, while the Thermite went for the plant. Well played again from Ice, bringing it back 2 for 2, showing us that they may have been down those first 2 rounds, but they're certainly not out. And once again, we look like we're going to be seeing just as close a game between these two teams as we did in the first match. Who will come out on top, though? Will ICE secure the 3 points that they need to go ahead, well, into one of the top spots so far of the league, or will it fall to RNS to manage to claw their way back and win this one so that both teams finish with 1 point apiece? It's going to be a cracker. What? It's going to be a cracking game, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see where we end up. RNS now on their 5th defensive round, going to be playing downstairs again, going for a slightly different hold this time, bringing the Melusi once again rather than. To be honest, I can't remember which operator it was, but it certainly wasn't Melusi. I remember one of these days. Seems like they're going more for a similar setup to what they had last time. Maybe a bit more of a hold into a harder hold into the bakery site, meaning it should be hot. If ICE decide to push there again, it's going to be a harder take. But they've left the dining hatch soft again. Do ICE realise that this is the case, and maybe they can capitalise on this to get into the back of site nice and early? Seems like though, for the start at least, they seem to be making their way over to Bakery to try and contest this Jaeger who's playing here. The Melusi is playing super close to that ace, but the Melusi shoots off the ace charge that was on the small wall looking into Bakery to help keep her Jaeger safe. She's playing super close and she gets the pick onto the ace. That's the hard breacher gone from the side of ICE. They still have Thermite, but then Maz manages to go up to the rotate made. And there's trades coming off everywhere. Literally everybody that gets killed then gets picked off. But RNS have managed to frag their way into the lead currently with a 4-3 advantage. Oh, and the Ash peaks at just the perfect time to see Unk currently putting the shield up or taking it down. Maybe he misclicked. Well, misheld the button, whatever you want to call it. Either way, he did something wrong and his head was poking out above that shield. They now know the location of that castle in Cloakroom. They have 2 members watching either side, so they're going to try and swing it, try and push him out of this location. I don't think the castle realise how much danger he's currently in. And he gets swung by the Nomad and gets injured, and now he gets taken care of. It's now 3v2. But Jaeger swings out from the bakery and takes care of the Nomad who had the diffuser. It's now a 2v2 again, and it's currently in the favour of RNS, who have slightly more health on the board. Can Sidens get this flank again though? Coming down the main says no, he's been spotted out. So the Ash knows he's there, changes her angle. He's changed down to red stairs though, and that's where the diffuser is. That's crucial here. We've still got a minute 10 on the board, but with the diffuser down and between the 2 remaining members of RNS, they may be able to have it here. Thermite is also on very low health, going round to the small bake window. Can he get the pick onto his Jaeger? He sees him just for a brief second, but doesn't manage to get a shot. Don't think the Jaeger realises he's there though. The Ash gets the pick onto the Jaeger who played aggressively. He gets shut. Thermite gets shut down though because he's on such low health from Sidens on the red stairs, and we're now in a 1v1 situation with the diffuser still in Sidens' control. Ash has also taken that bit of damage from her previous engagement. She shoots the C4 and manages to run into sight. They do have cam still up, so Sidens is aware of this. He's rotating double door. He's now back in the B site, holding an angle. The Ash is going for a plan behind the counter in the usual default plant spot. Does Sidens realise? He does realise, but he does swings too late. He doesn't have the C4 in back pocket. He looks the wrong way, and the Ash sees him and gets the kill. Well played there by Exan on the Ash. Managing to catch the bandit napping, looking in the wrong direction, expecting him to plant it somewhere over towards prep side. Manages to secure the kill after getting the diffuser down. Well played there. Which means that we see ICE going up 3-2. Can they come out with on a positive from this attacking side and go onto defence, which is arguably the stronger side on Cafe? Once again though, RNS decided to go kitchen service, although I think they've now played it 3 times in a row? 2 times in a row. Somebody correct me in chat. We You see a slight change here. I'm Connor bringing out the Hibana rather than the Ace this time on Ice's attack. Let's see how this changes up their strategy. Maybe because of the rework on Hibana, they're going to be using her to open more small holes in the wall rather than just the big holes that Ace does. It also means that they can actually spread the pellets around a bit. They don't have to just focus on one area. But at the same time, she has that capability. Once again, Mutsu on the Melusi, although he hasn't got many kills, the Melusi has proven quite useful in both wasting that utility, also delaying a bit of time on previous rounds. Sidon's having a bit of issue with drone there, but finally managed to secure it. Setting up site in a very similar way to before. They've left the dining hatch soft again. Maybe this time Ice will realise this and be able to push it. However, we have Unk playing upstairs. Oh no, he's going to reinforce it now. So that completely cuts off that push for Ice. What they're going to do this time. They previously won the last round, so they may just go for a bakery push as they did before. But Jaeger is playing it once again in a slightly different position. Maybe this will catch him off guard, although if he's playing up close to that castle barricade, his toes could be seen from the small bake window. We'll see how this goes. The Jaeger of Two Kings currently being droned out in bakery by Ice. They now know his position. Nobody seems to be capitalising on this information though. There's two drones now gone. They know he's in small bake, but apart from that, they have no further information. But while I'm talking, Maz on the top floor manages to get Unk, who was roaming. He's now opening up a hole all the way from top floor, looking down into prep through that soft floor. Two Kings though in small bakery taking a little bit of damage. He's now being aggressively pushed off by both the Hibana and the Maverick. Maverick though hit one of the ADSs with his nade, which could have been the end of Two Kings' life. Javi's now moved, so even though the grenade made it through... Oh, I'm so unlucky there on Two Kings. He just misses the head of the Hibana. Meanwhile, the Ash has taken bar control. They've got to rotate here at the side of bar stairs. Can he get into sight and get a couple of kills like he has been doing? Maz is still playing vertical from above with this sledge, opening up different angles on the floor, trying to assist both the Nomad and the Ash that are pushing closer to sight. And Mutsu gets a C4. I don't quite know where that was. That was onto the sledge, so we got the vertical player. Got rid of them. Nobody is currently playing vertical for Ice. One is situated in small bakery. Maverick opening up a little peek hole, trying to aggressively push this Jaeger off. At the same time, he's got Iron Connor. And the refrag coming out from the Nomad there. And kills are dropping everywhere. The Jaeger manages to get a Maverick through his small, tiny Maverick hole. And Connor is losing the gunfight to this Jaeger. Jaeger's gun is, of course, very well known and very good. And sadly, he's losing this one. Nomad currently being quite aggressive. Does he realise that Bandit's holding the Pokemon? He does. He takes a few shots, but he takes far more damage from the Bandit than he would have liked. He's left on very low health, so this is basically a 3v1. And he gets taken out by a beautiful shot by Mutsu that landed a headshot. Regardless of health, that man was dead. And now Connor is left in a 1v3. He has Diffuser and just over half of his health, which is about the same as every other member on RNS's side. However, it's a 3v1. Can he land the shots when he needs to? RNS have been playing together very well so far. Will they be able to continue doing this? And with 15 seconds on the clock, Connor is in a very difficult position. And Two Kings pops up behind for the bakery counter and pops the Hibana in the head, winning the round for RNS. Once again, the first 6 rounds have resulted in an absolute deadlock tie. 3 wins apiece for both RNS and Ice. And now we switch sides. We have Ice going on to defending side and RNS going on to attack. Who will prove the better of the two on this one? Or will we see another overtime coming out from this match? And then, if we do see the overtime, which of our two teams will win this one? Don't know about you guys, but seeing these two teams play is incredibly thrilling to watch since they're so equally matched. Lots of back and lots of toing and froing.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Ice now starting on defence. For their first defence, they've now decided to go to the top floor, one that was completely ignored until the 3rd pick by RNS. Maybe RNS know how to attack this site quite well. and because of that, they don't like playing the top floor. Maybe they just didn't have a good top floor hold. Either way, the downstairs sites worked for them quite well to begin with, but later on they maybe should have tried changing to the top floor to get themselves a better advantage on the rounds. Have a very similar setup coming out from ICE on the defence as we saw from RNS. Got the Wamai, we've got the Jaeger. Pixel spot is going to be very heavily defended, giving lots of utility over there. 3 ADSs in total to help defend that shield on Pixel, and probably a couple of Wamai devices as well. Will they get pushed off though? An easy angle to do it from would be White Stairs, but we'll see if anybody from RNS, will be able to play that angle very well. Currently see RNS mainly pushing from the south side. Going to be rappelling up probably to the roof and trying to contest with Skylight. Twitch is all on their own some. No aggressive angles or spawn peaks here. Smoke is moving his shield. Seems they weren't happy with the placement of it there on Pixel spot, so it's got moved. And one was playing White Window. Oh my goodness, it got so close to Nomad. And there we go. We see a run out from Malusi, I believe. No, just got it through. Just got it through the window on the rappel angle. Very bad play there. So now ICE have got themselves into a 5v3 within the first minute of this game, leaving 3 members alive on RNS to push this attack. Top floor is very difficult to push, whether you've got a numbers advantage or not, and since RNS currently do not have the numbers advantage, they may find it very difficult to push into this site and get the control that they need to get the plant down. So unless they frag out here, they may be completely lost. Got Iana and Rappel watching for any runouts, but currently ICE are perfectly happy to just sit in sight and enjoy themselves, although the Malusi has gone for a little bit of a roam on White Stairs. Nothing too magical, she's now back on site. And we now see the likes of Ace and Sledge dropping that red hatch and taking the cigar shop. Iana's now rappelling in to join them. A C4 coming out, just taking a little bit of health off Mutsu there. Still got this pixel angle held very hard. Do they realise how many ADSs are still covering this Wamai? But, well, now they do. All ADSs are now down. However, I believe there are still some Wamai devices around, and as he knows that everybody's in front of him. A beautiful C4 from Two Kings though gets a smoke playing in Freezer, and another kill is netted. It's now turned into a 3v2. That's the flank from Sledge below playing crucial in this matter, plus also beautiful shots coming out from Ace. But Maz manages to land the shots onto the Ace as he pushes into sight. The Jaeger hears one coming up White Stairs and also realises that Ash is in... The Iana, is still in Cigar Lounge. She's being spotted from somewhere and she's pushing White, joining up with the Sledge, who also pushed up White Stairs. Being spotted out by the Malusi device. Beautiful pre-fire, manages to down and kill the Jaeger, securing them a 2v1 situation. Can Maz clutch this out? 15 seconds on the clock, 10 seconds on the clock. Doesn't realise he's so close to the rotate. Pre-fires, gets the Sledge, but the Iana manages to finish Maz off. Good communication there from the team. Means that RNS now go ahead on their attacking round. First attacking round. A very good defence to begin with from ICE, but they stalled out about halfway through, which allowed RNS to get the picks that they needed to push into sight. And in the end, it came down to the last few seconds, but RNS managed to clutch out the game. The round, sorry. Once again, we're seeing most of the kills shared across the board, although Saint and Vidix both on 1 kill apiece, not exactly having the best of games themselves. Maybe once they start picking up the pieces, then we might see one team overtaking the other. I think it's going to come down to whichever one of them starts fragging out first. As soon as one of them gets that bit of momentum behind them, it might be the deciding factor between which of these two teams walks away with the win. Currently into round 8, and the scores are 4-3 to R&S. And now we see ICE going down into the ground floor site, into the kitchen bakery. Probably a similar situation to what they've done before. Seems to be a bit of confusion on the setup. Several people not quite sure exactly what they're doing. A bit of maybe a bit miscommunication on the team, or they're not used to setting up on this site. Maybe they expected the top site to go a bit better. They had such a good start, but then it all sort of fell apart. See the Maestro coming out here this time. Those cams could prove useful, especially for holding that bakery. However, they can easily be dealt with by some utility. On the attacking side, they have 4 grenades which can be used against that. And plenty of utility as well to waste any ADSs that are watching. And currently, they don't actually have anybody really watching bakery. If they get bakery control, they could even get a sledge in there to destroy that Maestro cam up on the wall. RNS here appearing to be doing a bakery push. However, we've got a couple of people going upstairs. Once again, a vertical angle is going to be played. This time it's Mutsu on the sledge who's going to be going upstairs into mining, droning it out for himself. But we had the Valkyrie of Maz playing top floor. I don't think anybody realises that he's here. If only he knew how close some of the enemy players were, he'd be able to maybe get a C4 out. But will he be able to get a flank onto this sledge who is currently playing in mining? Sledge is opening up at the floor into prep. This will mean the call has probably gone out to the Valkyrie. Maybe the Valk can now get the flank on. Arcus coming down red stairs. I think the Sledge still remains unaware. A few other members of RNS are now coming up to assist the Sledge though. So if they get a pick, and Connor is picked off first by the Nomad. Not quite sure where that was done. So here comes the Valk on the Sledge, opening up those vertical angles. He's completely unaware. The Valk swings and gets the down and the kill. Are there any other members of RNS though? 2 at the bottom of red. Could this be Maz getting a really good clip? He's being aggressively pushed by the Twitch, but he wins that gunfight. A double kill for Maz, taking out the Twitch. Saint is still not having a good game. It's still not over yet. And as we've seen before, there's been many teams that have been in previous rounds with these teams. We've seen one get ahead of the other, but then they haven't actually been able to play off. We've currently got the smoke of Vidix playing in VIP. He's now rotating back into Freezer. He's gone back out. VIP was a little bit too hot for his liking. Maz is still playing upstairs though, which could prove crucial for any flanks that come in later in these rounds. RNS currently pretty chill, just waiting outside bakery, trying to get any foothold that they can, any kills that they can. But currently nobody is biting. We see the Maestro lying on a very aggressive spot on the floor. Should anybody come into that prep room, they may just get absolutely destroyed by the Alder. Alder go brrr and all of that. No, but he gets downed. But and the Valkyrie manages to down the ace from above, but the Maestro is still downed in sight. Not the Nomad, the Iona swings, and the ace manages to pick up the kill from Prep. He's pushed in. This is all looking like it's going to go in RNS's favour. It's now a 1v3 with the Jaeger on his own. Stuck off site. They're going to get the plant down, and now it's very much a 3-1. But 2 kills almost line up there. Ash is very low, and he misses the flick. That could have been a very different situation if the Jaeger managed to land his shots there on the Ash. Sadly, he didn't though, so it now puts us with RNS getting 2 rounds ahead like they did right at the very beginning of this game on their attacking side. Apologies everybody, life called just for a second. And here we are back at it. Now we see Ice going back to the top floor site, thinking they can hold it slightly better this time. They really need to get their defence together. They've managed to get some early picks on both rounds, I believe, but sadly they weren't able to actually execute towards the very end. RNS played it slow and steady, managed to get the picks where they were needed, get into sight and win both of the rounds. One on a plant and one just on pure fragging capability. Once again we see a lot of utility going towards the pixel angle here. Looks like probably the smoke is going to be moving a shield over there shortly so they can try and hold this. It proved really useful for the last one. However, the ADSs are now in very similar places to where they were last time. They might be taken out quite quickly, especially as a drone from RNS has just come through and maybe spotted them out. See Smoke here struggling to place down his shield. Nobody's really gone for a spawn peek yet on this map. Maybe it's just something that they're not that interested in. But it seems that the opposing team is ready for these spawn peeks. RNS is ready for them. So maybe it wouldn't pay off. But if they're able to pick up some early frags from this, it might give them the advantage that they need to get a defending round win on the board for them. Sledge opening up a rotate there in Garage, but not really doing anything with it. Not quite sure what that's there for, because in many respects it might just increase the chance of them doing that. And Ash doing a little bit of team damage there onto Sledge as they go up through the window. Watch your fire there, Ash. Iana and Repel, do they realise that nobody's playing below? We've got one Lamai, but he's downstairs in reading. If only he knew the Iana might be a pretty easy kill. There's no claymores, nobody watching it. Instead he's on cams in reading behind the bookshelf here. Now we've got a Twitch joining the Iana on that Repel. They're trying to get rid of this Smoke who's playing the shield. The Smoke of Vidix. And the Iana is in. Smoke going out into the corner. It's doing a little bit of damage to the Iana, but not too much. Twitch is still on the Repel, and Sledge has pushed all the way into Cigar Shop. And he manages to get the tightest little angle onto the head of the Smoke and takes him down on Pixel. They've now cleared out Pixel. If they can take this control, they may be able to push this into sight and get another win under their belt. They currently have the advantage of a 5v4, but it's still early in the round. There's still a minute left on the clock, and a lot can change in a minute. Twitch is pushing into sight. She's now in Freezer. Doesn't see the woman White Stairs, who manages to frag him out. Gets another kill and an injure as well onto the Sledge at the Pixel angle. It's now a 3v3 with Ice looking slightly healthier than RNS. The Ace is still hanging quite far back. Looks like might be going for default plan. And he sees the Valkyrie or the Jaeger, the Valkyrie of Maz pushed up far too far. Didn't realise that the wall was open on the bar right there. Playing around this little breach here. They've now got the pressure into sight. A grenade coming out. Not quite cooked to perfection, but 2 kills coming out. Silence left in a 1v2, and he gets taken out by the Legion. That is the round that Ice needed to get themselves back on the board. A defensive win under their belt. Good frags there from the Wamai and the Legion to then finally clean up a 3v2. Ice finally got their first defensive win on the board, and now move into Kitchen Service entrance as their second site. Once again we're seeing Maz coming out with quite a lot of kills for his team, helping them out to get that win in the last round as well. Not quite as many kills as he got in the previous game though. He was sat on I think 21 by the end of the game. However, we're also seeing 2 Kings showing up for RNS's side. However, once again looking at Vidix and Saint, both of them still sat on 1 kill apiece. However, Saint seems to have got a few more assists on the previous round, so he's been more help to his team. Sadly though, it seems to not have paid off because they still lost the previous round to Ice's up to the top 4 hold. Once again doing a very similar setup, extending the site out into the bakery, using those ADSs to help whoever's hiding behind the counter. Still got 2 in pocket though, so they haven't quite been put down yet. I don't know where the first one's been put. Can't quite see it. And doesn't seem to be anybody playing behind the bar yet. However, it seems that RNS are going to be doing a bakery take as well, similar to how Ice did on their attacking rounds. Iana pushing up us. Iana seems to be a staple of 2 Kings. He seems very comfortable with his operator, and it gives him that extra free utility drone that is rechargeable as well. So even if it gets destroyed by the defending team, it can then just a few seconds later, well not a few seconds later, 10 to 15 seconds later, come back. And then it's another free drone for them. They have good drone economy anyway, still all drones on the board. And Mutsu on the Sledge gets the first opening pick through into the smoke of Vidix, who is not having a good game, holding prep there. holding the shield. Not quite sure whether he was aggressively holding that, but he's got taken care of. Somebody holding above on the prep room angle. It's the castle, but he's not quite there yet. He's roaming above. Can he get a good flank like Sinister did? But no, Two Kings getting another kill. This time onto the Jaeger, pushing in on red stairs. Mitsu trying to push the advantage into prep. And Saint picking up a kill onto the Mozzie there, and Maz. The castle managing to down somebody and finish them off with a shotgun. And Bandits swinging into prep. They've opened up the wall. Does he realise? No, he doesn't. He takes a massive chunk of health. He's now playing on the window, and he's very low. But they've now brought it back to a 2v2. But the side of Ice is looking very unhealthy indeed. Manages to down the Iana though in the breach from the castle. The C4 coming out. He doesn't get to set it off though, and it's now a 2v1. But with one of the operators down, it's technically a 1v1. Ace is playing behind the back, and Castle on very low health. And because of that, Unk lands the shots, and Castle falls. And RNS win, taking us to 6-4. RNS now on match point. They just have to win one more of these attacking rounds, and they have this map in the bag. In which case, the series will move to a 1-1, a win for each team, meaning 1 point apiece. Can they secure it? Can they make up for their loss on Oregon? Which, by the way, was done in overtime, so it was a very close affair. But can Ice pull it back together now on their second time going to kitchen service to put themselves back in the game, win those 2 rounds that take them up back to overtime, and then from there they can try and win this game and get the 3 points that they want to push them higher up in the league tables. Blackbeard being 6-bit onto Blackbeard, but the Legion being 6-bit onto Clash. This is an interesting pick coming out from Ice. Is it going to be their crutch operator? Is this going to be the difference maker when it comes to the end of this game? I don't quite know yet. Stay tuned to find out. The Clash being played by Maz, who's already sat on 10 kills. Maybe he's letting Vidix pick up a couple more kills, playing on the mute. Maybe he just loves playing Clash. We may never know the answers to these questions. But if Maz can make the difference here with the Clash, it might be what Ice needs to be able to bring back a win on their side and hopefully stop our RNS from getting this match point and winning this game and securing the draw in the series that will give them 1 point apiece. The attackers seem to be doing, once again, a bakery push. All of them over on this side. The Clash seems to be holding in there on her own at the moment. She seems rather exposed. Hopefully she gets another member of Ice to support her at this point. There's a Twitch drone going in. There's also an Iana in bakery. However, it's the Iana copy, so there's nothing to worry about. Cass is playing Cloakroom again. Nobody seems to be playing Freezer, but it doesn't seem that anybody's realised this and they want to make advantage of it. Clash takes about half her damage because of a grenade as the enemy team push in. She's been flashed out, she's dropped her shield to go with her gun, but she takes even more damage and she gets taken out by the Ace. That was maybe the difference maker, and she's been taken out by the likes of RNS. Ice are now stuck in a 5v4 and maybe having lost their crutch operator. Maybe they needed a little bit more support from the friendlies there in Smallbake. It seemed that the Clash was sort of left on her own, and because of that she got taken out. A nade coming in, shaving a tiny bit of health off the castle, who's currently trying to hold red stairs. He's being pushed back, he's being droned. The Twitch is playing aggressive and she picks up a kill on, it's now 4v3 as the Jaeger swings out and picks her up as well. And we see Sledge swinging around to the main door, also with the Iana in tow. They know where they... And Bandit swings in prep room and takes out Sidence on the Blackbeard. It's now a 3v3, things are very close here. RNS still have the time advantage and they know that every single member of Ice is stuck inside. There isn't any way that they can currently rotate out because there isn't any way out of Freezer. Vidix is playing very close with the shotgun on the double door. When he gets the call to swing, he'll swing out and maybe that shotgun at that range will get the kills that they so desperately need.
Reloading. Cover me.
A smoke was maybe about to be cooked there, but no, it gets put back inside. And it's a nade coming out from Iana. Doesn't hit anybody though, doesn't take any damage. They've still got a couple of drones on the board. And Mitsu pushes in Two Kings is rotating round, and I'm Connor picks up the kill onto the sledge with the bandit, who is now playing close to prep. Do they know he's here? He's playing on the floor. Both of the friendlies on RNS's side pushing into prep. The call has gone out. They know they're there. Two Kings picks up the kill onto the mute, and Unk pushes in and takes out the bandit. It's now a 2v1, and it's a Jaeger of Exan versus Unk and Two Kings. He's trying to see what he can hit, but he's not landing any shots. Unk is sticking the plants, and Two Kings is watching him. They've certainly got the advantage here. Well, he misses his shots, but lands a few, and so does Unk. Now he swings round. He's holding the main bakery door. Can he win this 1v2 situation? In the prep room, he doesn't see the Iona. Both of them miss their shots. No damage done, but the ace is still on the diffuser. He doesn't see his legs. Iona's playing so close, and he jumps over, and the Iona claims the kill, and RNS seal their victory on Cafe, going 7-4. Well played to RNS there. Managed to put it together. Two Kings being MVP for them on 13 kills, 5 assists, and only 6 deaths. Saint also managed to collect a few more kills after struggling in the beginning rounds, but sadly Vidic's only finished on 1 kill. If he'd managed to maybe get a few more and get a few more frags, that may have been the difference maker for both these teams. What this means though for both teams is that as they go through to round 2, having both won 1 map apiece, which nets them 1 point. I'd like to say a very big thank you to all of you for tuning in today and joining me today to watch both of these games. Sadly, as it is a draw, there will be no post-game interview. I'm not even sure if anybody's done any one of those yet, and I wouldn't really know what questions to ask. But I'll be streaming again tomorrow for another game, which will be when my spreadsheet decides to load. There you go. It'll be Expansion versus Black Angel eSports. We'll be facing off against each other starting around 7:45. I too will be casting you tomorrow, so please feel free to drop a follow on my Twitch page so you'll be notified as soon as we go live tomorrow, so you can join in and hopefully we get to see some more epic siege like we have done today. I want to say a massive congratulations to both teams for putting up a brilliant performance there and giving us some great siege to watch. I hope they're as closely matched in the next games that they follow up, but we'll see what happens from here. Well played to both teams, and they go into round number 2 with 1 point apiece. Thank you all for tuning in today, and we'll catch you tomorrow. Peace out.